Yes, students. Now we will step into chapter 2, which talks about supply. In this chapter, we will be covering two important sections of CGST Act. Sir, which are those? Section 7 and 8. Section 7 and 8 of which act? CGST Act, guys. CGST Act. Okay. Along with three schedules. There are three schedules, that is schedule 1, 2 and 3. We will be learning it. Especially section 7 is very important, which talks about supply. Why so? Because the taxable event under GST is supply. So it is very important for us to understand, to levy GST, there should be what? There should be a supply. Supply of what, sir? Goods or services. And sir, supply is a small term, but they have covered lot of things under that. So we need to understand everything bit by bit. So please be very attentive. Yes, guys. Now come to your notebook. Come to your notebook where I had asked you people to leave space to write section number. No, come to your notebook. I had asked you to leave the first two sides, means one complete sheet. One side is to write the section number of CGST Act, another side is to write the section number of IGST Act. As of now, we have started with CGST, so we'll only write CGST. Another side, please leave it empty. You don't feel anything. Okay, because I will make you to write little later when we start covering IGST Act section numbers. Okay. On the top, just mention CGST Act 2017. CGST stands for Central Goods and Service Tax, guys. Who has passed this? Who has passed this? Central government. Yeah. On the top, just give a heading CGST. So in that margin, you should write section number like how I have shown you. In the margin, you can just write on the top heading section number. Section number. Same way how we used to write in income tax, guys. Same to same. And in the means you don't write particulars. There you write title or content. Leave more space for this. So let section number come only in the margin, guys. We need to just write the numbers there. So that much is enough for us. Chalo, let us start writing. Guys, as and when I keep covering the provisions, I will be making you guys to write the section number here. 1 and 2, 1 first. Okay, let us start. Guys, 1 and 2 of any act is common. They talk about same thing. Section 1. What is it? Short title, extent and commencement. I repeat, short title, extent, extent, extent and commencement. And commencement. Have we already covered this? Yes, we already covered it. Guys, what is the short title? Obviously, I have already written short title here. What is the full form of it? Central Goods and Service Tax Act. So, short title of it is CGST Act. Sir, extent, it is applicable where, sir? Entire India, including Jammu Kashmir. Clear? Yes, we call it as taxable territory, guys. Sir, for whatever the area the act is applicable, we call it as taxable territory, which includes all the states, union territory, and also water up to certain level. Water up to certain level. You remember in income tax we covered India includes territorial waters also, that is up to 12 nautical miles and all. Similar thing is covered even in GST. They have defined what is India for GST purpose. We will learn it little later. Okay, so in simple, it is applicable entire India, guys. Next, commencement. From when did it commence from? 1st July 2017. 1st July 2017, guys. Done. Then coming to second, 2. Next is 2. Definitions. Definitions. So there are various terms used in the law. They have defined it. Because if they just leave it like that, then I will understand however I want. You will understand however you want. So it's better to define it. Whatever terms they have used in the law, they have defined it. Clear? And sir, are we covering the definition in our syllabus? Yes. And I will be covering it as and when we read it. For example, in this chapter, that is in chapter 2, we will see various definitions like goods, services, consideration, supplier, recipient and all. Clear? Like that. Sir, only in the second chapter we will learn the definition? No. Many other chapters also. That is in the coming chapter, wherever we will encounter that word, we will see the definition of that particular term, guys. Okay. Means I will not be covering it as a separate chapter, but as and when we are covering a particular topic, in that if there is any term used which is defined in the law, we will go and read it. And definition will always be given in section 2, guys. Even in income tax, we have seen agriculture income or any definition was given in section 2 plus something. Yeah. Next, 3 to 6. 3 to 6. 3 to 6. Administration. 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 In bracket, you write not covered. Not covered. In the sense, it is not a part of your syllabus. Clear? Then why did you make us to write so? Because let it be in the order. That's why. If I leave that in between, you will feel, oh, sir has not covered. Correct. Yes. It is not a part of syllabus. Okay. Next, 7. 7 and 8 is what we will be covering in this chapter. 7 you write first. Scope and meaning of supply. Scope and meaning of supply. Scope and meaning of supply. Next, 8. 8. Taxability of composite and mixed supply. Taxability of composite and mixed supply. Composite and mixed supply. Got it? Yes. So our main agenda in this chapter is to cover these two sections, guys. That is 7 and 8. 7 will take too much time. We will do it slowly, aramse, because we need to understand each and everything in detail. So let us divide this chapter into two parts. 7 we will cover first. Once we are done with 7, then we will march into 8, guys. So today our target would be 7. Straight away 7. We will take one good amount of day, one full day. We will take and complete it as early as possible. Okay, fine, guys. So we'll start with, but I will not start with definition. I will straight away go, because this definition, as and when we encounter this term, I will come and cover it. Okay, straight away come to this. Supply under GST. Supply under GST, guys. The GST law lays down one comprehensive taxable event, which is supply. Supply of goods or services or both. GST law, by levying tax on the supply of goods and or services, departs from the historically understood concepts of taxable event under the state VAT laws, excise laws, and service tax laws. That is, sale, manufacture, and service respectively. Guys, previously we learned yesterday in chapter 1, there were number of taxable events. For example, sir, if I that is before 1st July I'm talking about. Before 1st July 2017, if I manufacture a goods, I was supposed to pay excise duty. If I sell the goods within the state, I was supposed to pay VAT. If I sell the goods outside the state, I was supposed to pay central sales tax. If I provide services, whether within the state or outside the state, I was supposed to pay service tax. So there were number of taxable events. Correct? What was those? Sir, manufacture is a taxable event. Sale of goods within the state is a taxable event. Sale of goods outside the state is a taxable event. Service is a taxable event. But now, so subsuming all this, combined of all this, they have placed only one taxable event. What is it? Supply. Supply. Yes, sir. So supply is the point of taxation or taxable event under GST. Guys, this kind of questions can also be asked. Multiple choice. What is a dash is a taxable event under GST? What is your answer? Supply. So simple question. Doubt of, I doubt asking it. But if even if by chance if they ask, you are the luckiest student. Chalo. The term supply is characterized by following necessary traits. Means these are the features of the term supply, guys. What are those? Each of this we will be learning in detail, but I have just given some highlight points here. What are those? Guys, did we see the definition of GST, which was given in the article that is in the Constitution? Yesterday we learned it. What is the definition of GST given in the Constitution? GST is a tax on Supply of goods or services except supply of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Yes, sir. So definition itself clearly told it is a tax on what? Supply of goods or services. Okay. Supply should be of what? Goods or services. Anything which is not a goods, which is not a services, that means it is not covered under GST, sir. No. Anything which is not a goods, which is not a service, for example, money, securities and all is not a goods also, it is not a service also. Now, sir, whenever I buy and sell shares through my demat account, should I pay GST? No. Why? Because it is not a goods also. It is not a service also. Okay. Barters and exchange would be leviable to GST. One of the unique feature, guys. Sir, if there is any barter or exchange also, should we pay GST on it? Yes. What is it? I see in detail. I will not explain now because I will take care of it immediately after this. Okay, but we are just seeing some highlight points, guys. That's all. Don't worry. What is barter exchange and all? I will explain. Next, supply should be made for a consideration. Okay, so that means goods or service is supplied. Should it be supplied for a consideration? Yes. But should consideration should always be in money? Need not be. Can it be in kind also? Yes. It can be in kind also. So you can see here, supply should be made for a consideration, which could be in the form of money or otherwise. Otherwise means it can be in kind. Supply should be made in the course or in the furtherance of business. Important. Supply should be made in the course or furtherance of business means, sir, when I am selling, assume I am selling this pen. It was not of useful for me. I thought, okay, let me sell it to you. So can I sell it? Assume I sold it for 10,000. I sold it for 10,000. Cost of this pen is that much only. Don't see shock. Okay. Looks very simple. So assume I am selling it for you for 10,000. Now, did I sell it in as a business? No. Is selling pen my business? No. Should I pay GST on it? No. Now assume I went and purchased it from Apple Incorporation. Clear? Should they pay GST on it? Yes. Why? Because they are selling it in the course of business. They are selling it in the course of business. Okay, sir. So whenever I'm selling something, it should be in the course of business for me. Means I'm doing it as a business. Only then I am liable to pay GST. Or else simply you sold your calculator to your friend. You sold your calculator to your friend. So are you liable to pay GST on it? No, because selling calculator is not your business. Your business is only to study, write the exam, pass as of now. Next, supply should be made by a taxable person. Okay, sir, supply made by anyone taxable? Huh? No, supply should be made by whom? Taxable person. Who is taxable person? I have given in the next point. Is one who is registered or is liable to be registered under GST. Okay, sir, listen. Now you are doing a small business. You sold your goods to customers, but you are not registered under GST. Should you pay GST? No. Now, who should pay GST is the taxable person. Who is taxable person? The person who is registered under GST are liable to get registered. Sir, what is the difference between these two? It is there. Listen, yeah. Assume, guys, I have taken registration under GST. Now, if I supply any goods or service, am I liable to pay GST? Yes. Now, can I tell, no, sir, I was not liable to get registered, but still, I only voluntarily went and took a registration. Should I still pay GST? Yes. When I have taken the registration, whether it was mandatory for me or I voluntarily took it, doesn't matter. I should start paying GST from the day I am registered. Okay. Now you were supposed to take registration. Okay. There is a section 22, 23, 24, which talks about who should take registration under GST or who should not take registration under GST. When we cover that, you will understand who should take registration. As of now, let us assume you were supposed to take registration under GST, but you are not taken. But you are not taken. Are you a taxable person? Yes, you are a taxable person. Because you are liable to get registered, but not yet registered. From what day you are liable to pay GST is the day you are liable for registration. The day you are liable for registration. Hope you understood. Means from the day you were liable, you became liable for registration is the day your liability for GST starts. Okay. Last one. Supply between both non-taxable parties is not leviable to GST. For example, you are doing a small business. You sold some goods to your customer. Both of you are not registered under GST. Should you pay GST? No, because you are a non-taxable parties. You are a non-taxable parties, guys. Hope you understood. Because when you go and deal with any small people or even small restaurants, okay, let me give you an example like this. When you go and visit any darshinis, okay, small darshinis, you would have had some food items. They are not liable to pay GST. You would have observed their bill. GST component will not be there. Why so? Because maybe they are small, they are not registered under GST. Whereas if you go for a good restaurant, which is big enough, so there they would give a bill including GST. Sir, why is this disparity? Because they would have registered under GST. So when they are liable to register, means they are registered under GST, they are liable to pay GST on whatever service they give, whatever food items they sell. Yes. Can they charge and collect it from you? Yes, we learned it. Supplier can charge and collect it from the recipients, guys. Clear? That is the difference. Okay, because when you are doing some small businesses and all, then you might not have registered under GST. Actually, sir, when a person should get registered under GST is when your aggregate turnover in a year crosses 20 lakh, or if you are supplying goods, it is 40 lakh, or if you are from a small states and all, they have told 10 lakh. Only then you are liable to get registered under GST, guys. And there are few more cases where you have to take registration and all, that we will cover it in registration chapter. Okay. Chala. Now let us get into actual section. I just made you ready. Warm up. That was a warm up. Now actual game starts. Meaning and scope of supply, section 7 of CGST Act. Guys, I want you guys to be ultra attentive because we will learn a lot of things, but in between them, there will be a small difference. That's all. Clear? For example, when I cover this, I will explain something. When I go and cover this, I will explain something. But there will be a thin line gap between both of them. You should identify what exactly is the difference. Clear? That anyway I will explain, but you should be attentive to understand that. Yes, meaning and scope of supply, section 7 of CGST Act. Guys, our first task is to identify there is various activities or transaction which is taking place. Now I should identify whether it is a supply. I need to identify whether it is a supply. Why so? Because if an activity or transaction is not a supply, then it is not at all covered under GST. I'm not at all bothered about it. Correct? So my first task is to identify whether it is a supply or not. So let us begin with that task. Supply under section 7 subsection 1 includes 7.1a. 7.1a, all forms of supply. Okay, they are telling all forms of supply of what? Goods or services or both, such as, means they are giving few examples: sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal. All these are examples, guys. Made or agreed to be made for what? Consideration. Means there should be a consideration from the other party by a person in the course or furtherance of business. All these points are important, guys. If all these conditions are satisfied only, I can tell whether an activity or a transaction is supply as per section 7.1a. Now let us go little detail about this. In the next page, I have covered. In this page, I have just given the main content of that section, guys. Whereas the explanation and all, I would have given it little later. Okay, let me explain it here. 7.1a. Supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, inclusive. Supply of anything other than goods or services is not attracting GST. So it is important for us to understand what is goods, what is services. So goods as well as services is defined under CGST Act. Is defined under CGST Act. What is it? Let us understand. Goods is defined in section 2 clause 52. What is it? Goods means every kind of movable property. Every kind of movable property. That means immobile property is not a good, sir? No. Land and building, is it a goods? No. Land and building both are immobile. You know, na? Can you move it? No. So it is immobile. That means it is not a good, sir? No. If I sell land, if I sell building, it is not covered here. Okay. Next. But it excludes money and securities. Money and securities are movable, but it is not goods. But it is not goods. Okay, sir. Then, but it includes. See the definition. How I have see actually definition is given in a paragraph, but I have just broken down that into parts and I am explaining, because if I just explain it as a paragraph, you will not know what include, what exclude and that. Clear? Yes. Sure. Next, it includes again. It includes what? Actionable claim. Sir, is actionable claim movable? Yes. What is actionable claim? It is a claim towards any money in the future. Clear? For example, sir, arrears of rent, or I had taken an insurance policy. If it matures, can I claim a money from this policy? Yes, that is called actionable claim. Okay, it also includes unsecured debt. Unsecured debt, guys. Means using this, I can recover my money. For example, okay, let me give this also. Sir, I have purchased a lottery ticket. Now I have won this. Using this ticket, can I receive the money? Yes. Here, or else, sir, I have did a betting on a race, horse in the race course. Okay, they have given me a slip telling your horse number is 6. For that, you have bet 10,000. Now, if by chance, if that 6 number horse win, can I go and claim whatever they have mentioned in the slip? Obviously, that is called that was actionable claim. Means using this, I can take an action to claim the money, guys. Okay, next, this is interesting. Second one, growing crops, grass, and things attached to farming part of the land, which are agreed to be severed before supply or under a contract of supply. Now, crops. No? Yes. That is attached to the land. Now, can I call it as immovable? Yes, till it is attached. But will I sever it? Will I chop it and sell it? Yes. When I sell it, it becomes movable. So is it a good? Yes. Hope you're understanding. Sir, crops is attached to the land. Even grass is attached to the land. It is immovable. But the moment I remove it from the land, I sever it from the land, it becomes movable. So is it a goods? Yes. But sale of crops, is it liable for GST and all? We will see it later. Guys, our task in this chapter is just to understand, is it a supply or not? Is it taxable or not? We have to learn it further. Clear? Because for agriculture income and all, they have given some exemption here also. That is for sale of agriculture crops. But as of now, don't worry about it. Sir, is crops sold? Is it a goods? Yes. Okay. Is it taxable or not? We will understand later. Let me give one more example. Assume, guys, there is a tree. There is a tree attached to the land. Yes. So can I call it as immovable? Yes. But what if I chop it and sell it? It becomes movable. So is it a goods? Yes. The moment I chop and sell it, it becomes a goods, guys, because it is movable now. Sir, if it is attached to the land forever? Immovable, not a goods. Not a goods. And you would have seen many people will chop the trees and sell it. Clear? Yes. That depends on the category of the tree and all, but still, few trees worth more actually. Some people grow the trees to sell it in the future. Okay, now let us come to services. Goods is defined in which section? Hello? Goods is defined in which section? 2 clause 52. Remember it, very important definition. Very important definition. Next, services. Section 2 clause 102 defines services. Sir, what is services? Services means anything other than goods. Means what is goods is not services? No. How can it be both? How can it be both? No. So what is goods is not a service. Okay. Even service excludes money and securities. Even service excludes money and securities. Okay. Means money and security is neither a goods nor a services. Completely outside the GST, huh? Yes. Next. But it includes, means service includes what? Activities relating to use of money. Money is not a services, but use of money, if you do anything, is it a service, sir? Yes, obviously I took service, I pay money. Sir, is it a service? Yes. Next, conversion of money by cash by any other mode from one form or currency denomination to another for a separate consideration is charged. Is it a service? Yes. Let me give some example. Guys, listen. I gave money, you gave money to me. Is it a supply? No. It is not a supply because it is not at all a service. Okay, next. I buy and sell shares through my Demat account. Vishwas. Is it a service or goods? Not. They are not both. Now listen. On buy and sale of shares, I need not pay GST. But I use a platform. Assume I use a platform called Zerodha, who charge brokerage for me, who charge annual maintenance charges for me. On that is GST leviable? Yes, that is a service. They are providing what service? Platform service. Hope you're understanding. Sir, I buy and sell the shares. On buying and selling of shares, which is a security, should I pay GST? No. But now my broker is charging me some brokerage, commission or annual maintenance charges. Why, sir? Because he is giving me some service. For that, is GST applicable? Yes. GST is applicable for it. Next, this one, conversion of money from one firm to another firm and all. Now assume, guys, I went to an authorized dealer, told, sir, please convert my 1 lakh rupees into US dollar. Convert my 1 lakh rupees into US dollar. Now he converted, applying the exchange rate, and he gave me $1. Now he's charging me 5,000 commission for it. He's charging me 5,000 commission for it. Is GST applicable? Yes. On what? 5,000 or 1 lakh? 5,000. Money exchange from one firm to another firm is not a supply, is not a service. But for that, they are charging extra charges, right? Consideration, right? How much is that? 5,000. We call it as commission. On that GST applicable? Huh? Yes. Because what? They provided service. What service? Conversion service, for which they are charging 5,000. Hope you guys got it. Clear? Means conversion of money from one currency to another currency is not a service. But now that person provided me service. No. Clear? Conversion of money. Sir, for this will GST be levied? For example, on 1 lakh will GST be levied? No, no, no. But on 5,000 will GST be levied? Yes. Because a separate consideration is charged for it. Oh, next. Let me take one more example. Assume you wanted to take a DD for 10,000. DD, you know, na? Demand draft. You went to a bank, deposited 10,000. They gave you DD for 10,000. Is it a service? See, 10,000, is it liable for GST? No. But now, bank provided a service for you, converting money into what? DD. For that, assume they are charging bank charges 100 rupees or DD charges 100 rupees. On that, is GST leviable? Yes. On that, GST would be leviable, guys. Hope you understood. Clear? If I give money to you, you give something to me that is in the form of money or in another form. See, on that GST will not be levied. But if you charge separate consideration for that, then on that GST would be levied, guys. Okay, chalo. So for here, for this section 7(1)(a), what and all should be there, sir? There should be a supply of goods or services, sir? Yes, or both. And it should be for what? Consideration. Sir, what if there is no consideration? Then it is not a supply as per 7(1)(a). I gave my goods free as free sample. As free sample. Is it covered under 7(1)(a)? No, sorry. It might be covered in some other section, but not here. But not here. And it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Now, I am not registered under GST. I sold this pen to you. Is it in the course or furtherance of business for me? No. Should I pay GST on it? No. What if I actually is in the business of selling this pen and registered under GST? Should I pay GST? Yes. So all this has to be satisfied, guys. In one single line, I have told all the conditions to be satisfied for an activity to be supply. As per which section? Hello, as per which section? 7(1)(a). All this, sir, one thing is missing, sir. Sorry, it is not a supply here. Sir, this is missing, sir. Not a supply. As per 7(1)(a). I'm not telling it is not at all a supply, anta, because we have other sections to check. I'm telling it is not a supply as per 7(1)(a). Clear, Hemant? Understood, Hemant? Yes. Sure. And we should also understand the definition of few more terms. What is it, sir? Consideration and business. They have defined it in the law. They have defined it in the law, guys. But before that, okay, we'll go back to the definition. Guys, before that, listen. I will just explain the meaning of this term. 7(1)(a), they told all forms of supply, such as means they have given few examples. What are those, sir? Sale means we know when we have sold something, normally goods. Transfer, sale and transfer is one and the same. You know, even in capital gains, we have used this when there is a transfer of capital asset, which is normally what? Sale only, sir. Okay. Transfer is defined in which section in income tax? Hello. 2 clause 47. Because when there is a transfer of capital asset during the previous year, then it will be subject to capital gains, guys. Okay. Then two important terms what they have used here is barter and exchange. Previous indirect tax regime didn't cover this, but under GST they covered it. What is barter? I gave you something, you gave me something, but money is not involved. Money is not involved. For example, I gave professional services to you, assume audit service, you gave legal services to me. Or else I gave audit services to you, you gave compliance services to me. Sir, is it a barter? Yes. Both of us are liable to pay GST. Both of us are liable to pay GST. Why? Because I also provided something to you, you also provided something to me. But in this case, we need to decide on what value GST will be levied, where valuation rules plays a major role. Valuation rules plays a major role. Sir, in this case, is there a consideration? Hello, consideration is there? Huh? Yes, but not in money. But not in money. So we need to fix a value on which I should pay GST. We need to also fix a value on which you are liable to pay GST. That is where there is something called as valuation rules, which will play a role, guys. Okay, but valuation rules actually is not a part of your syllabus, but I will just tell what is it when I go to value of supply chapter. Okay, hope you understood. Okay, assume whatever value of service we exchange is 1 lakh rupees. I should also pay GST on 1 lakh. You should also pay GST on 1 lakh. But can we collect it from each other? Yeah. Ultimately, amount comes to same only. Next, exchange. Sir, barter and exchange is one and the same. Is it so? Barter and exchange, is it one and the same? No. Exchange means money will be involved, but partly. Partly. For example, I exchange my old phone for a new phone. The cost of new phone, assume is 50,000. I exchange my old phone, exchange value 10,000. How much should I pay? 40,000. Now for a seller, what is the value of supply? 50,000. What is the value of supply for the seller? 50,000. Now I exchange my old phone no for 10,000. Should I pay GST on it? No. Why? Because it is not in the course of furtherance of business for me. It is not in the course or furtherance of business for me. It is not a part of business, in simple. In the course or furtherance of business means, is it a part of my business? No, guys. Hope you understood. Should I pay GST on it? No. But seller, he sold a mobile phone worth 50,000. Obviously, it will be in the course of business for him. Should he pay GST? Yes, provided he is registered. Provided he is a taxable person. Hope you understood. All the mobile players normally they would have registered because obviously, guys, whatever turnover I told 20 lakh, 10 lakh, 40 lakh, and all is not for one state. It is full all India put together. So if they have crossed that turnover throughout India, PAN based, they have to get registered in every state wherever they are doing the business. Okay, hope you understood the difference between barter and exchange. Barter means no money involved at all, guys. I gave something to you. I sold my goods to you. You sold your goods to me. I gave service. You gave service. Or I gave goods. You gave service. Like that. Clear? Pure exchange of only goods or service. No exchange of money. Whereas, what is exchange? Actual exchange means what, sir? Sir, I have bought a new goods, but by exchanging my old goods. That means partly consideration is money and partly it is in kind. That is called exchange. Next, license. License means I own a license, okay, on anything. I am giving you a right to use it. For that, I am charging you some rent or royalty. Am I liable to pay GST on it? Yes. Then renting of any assets, I will earn rental income. The owner will earn rental income. On that, should they pay GST? Yes. Or disposal. This is also one of the important. Sir, I am disposing. I am giving my asset for a scrap. I am putting for my asset for a scrap for 10 rupees. Consideration is 10 rupees. Should I pay GST on that also? Yes. Sir, I am not in the business of putting the asset for scrap, sir. Still, the asset which you purchased for business, now if you are selling it, they are telling, please pay GST on. Please pay GST on it. So even if you are disposing it, you are supposed to pay GST on it. Guys, especially these three terms is what they use newly under GST. So please be careful with this. Okay. Yes. So please be careful. All this happened for what? Consideration. If there is no consideration, then it is not a supply as per 7(1)(a), guys. Okay, sir. Now let me go back to definition. I had told as and when we encounter those terms, we will read the definitions, guys. Let us do it now. Supplier recipient, I will see. First, let us finish this. First, goods. Goods definition we already seen, but actually how it is given in the law, we will see. Goods, section 252 of CGST Act. Goods means every kind of movable property other than money and security. That means money and securities is not a goods, but it includes actionable claim, growing crops, grass and things attached to or forming part of the land, which are agreed to be severed. Before agreed to be severed means removed from the land before supply or under a contract of supply. Got it? This same definition I already covered it, guys. Because see, if I explain like this, students might get confused with, sir, what it excludes other than they have given here, and they have told here includes. I am a bit confused with it, sir. What it includes, what it doesn't include. So that is why I've just broken down this into parts and I have given it as a chart. Clear? But when you are writing in the exam, will you write it as a chart? No. Please write like this. Please write like this, guys. Okay. Next. Services. Section 2102 of CGST Act defines services. Service means anything other than goods. Okay, good. What is goods is not a service. Money and securities means money and securities is neither a goods nor a services. Okay, but includes activities relating to use of money or its conversion by cash or by any other mode from one form to another form, or from one currency to another currency, or from one denomination to another denomination, to another form, currency, or denomination for which a separate consideration is charged. Now, for example, guys, assume I gave you 1 lakh of 1,000 rupees. Okay. Okay, let us take 500 rupees. Now, what is relevant we will take. Assume I gave you 1 lakh rupees of 500 rupees notes. You gave me 1 lakh of 100 rupees notes. You didn't charge me anything. Is GST applicable on it? No. You didn't charge separate consideration. Correct? We converted from one currency note to another currency note. But you didn't charge anything extra. Correct? So, is it a service? No. Maybe we are friends. I wanted 100 rupees note. You wanted a 500 rupees note. We exchange. Sometimes bank also provide that. Okay. Now assume you had a lot of coins. You went and deposited. They gave you a note for which they are not charging consideration. For which they are not charging consideration. So in that case, sir, is it a service? No. Because separate consideration is not charged. Hope you guys got it. Clear? Yes. Example. Services includes facilitating or arranging transaction in securities. That is what the demat account provides. Sir, they are providing a platform for you to buy and sell the shares. So, on buying and selling shares, no GST. But whatever they charge you as commission, brokerage, maintenance charges, on that is GST applicable? Yes, because they are charging a separate consideration for you. Oh. Next, taxable supply. We will just cover this also. Taxable supply. What is taxable supply, guys? Taxable supply means a supply of goods or services or both which is liable to tax under this act. Sir, what it means? Guys, simple. First, what do? We will identify whether an activity or service is a supply. But is every supply taxable under GST? No. Because for few supplies, they are given exemption. So it is a supply, but not taxable. Same way, there are something called as negative list. Negative list means they are told the following activities are outside the GST. Outside the GST means they are also not taxable. Yes. So it is like this. Just a minute. I guess I have given it. You can see here, I have just given it as the equation. First, we will identify whether the activities or even transaction, is it a supply? That is what we are learning now. That is what we are doing now. But once we identify it as a supply, sir, is every supply taxable, sir? Need not be. Few supplies are covered in negative supply, which we will learn in Schedule 3 in the same chapter. Is it taxable, sir? No. They told in the law, whatever is covered in negative supply is neither the supply of goods nor the supply of services. Even though it might be covered in supply, but they're telling, no, we will consider it as negative supply, no GST on it. No GST on it. Same way, they have given exemption. Same like income tax. Even in GST, they have given exemption for few supply of goods or services. On that, is GST levied? No. GST is not levied. This exemption, we will be learning it as a separate chapter, guys. Because the list is big, we will be learning it as a separate chapter. Okay, sir. That means from a supply, if I remove negative supply and exempt supply, what do I get? Taxable supply. So any person who is doing this should pay what? GST. Clear? More about this, guys. I am just giving a equation here. I have to explain this. I have to explain this and all. We will take care of it as and when we proceed further. But just know it as an equation. Simple, guys. Every supply is not a tax. Every supply is not taxable because there are few supply which is covered in negative list, which is neither the supply of goods nor the supply of services they told. Same way, there are few supplies for which exemption is given, which is not taxable. So that means what is taxable is supply minus negative supply minus exempt supply, remaining only. Remaining only. You can just make a note of it. Make a note of it. We'll go back. So taxable supply we understood. Now what is taxable territory, sir? Taxable territory means in simple India, guys. Taxable territory. Section 2 clause 109 tells what? Taxable territory means the territory to which the provisions of this act apply. Sir, for which is the territory? We will understand when we are learning section 9, guys. Actually, section 9 is a charging section for GST, which we will be learning it in next chapter. In this chapter, our focus is only on section 7 and 8, guys. Clear? So if you want, as of now, taxable territory means you can just tell India. India. Taxable territory means India. Okay. What is India? They have defined it. We will take care of it. Okay. Next, they have defined consideration also. We need to see it. Before that consideration, okay, first we'll see consideration. Okay, guys, 7(1)(a) will tell what? There should be a supply of goods or services for a consideration. So there should be a consideration. Consideration need not be always in money, guys. Even can it be in kind? Yes. So what is consideration? They have defined it in section 2 clause 31. Even in your law you would have seen what is consideration. Such simple meaning, something in return. Something in return. Consideration in relation to supply of goods or services or both includes any payment made or to be made whether in money or otherwise. Okay, means guys, you have supplied goods to me. In return, what am I doing? I am giving consideration. That consideration can be in either money or in otherwise. Otherwise means what, people? Kind. In respect of or in response to or for inducement. Sir, what is inducement? To do something. To do something. Of the supply of goods or services or both, whether by the recipient or by any other person, but shall not include any subsidy given by central government or state government. Please pay attention. Let us understand. Now, you are paying me 1 lakh rupees. Why? Sir, I am providing services. So, you are giving me 1 lakh because I am doing something to you. That is inducing me, correct? You are paying 1 lakh, that is why I am doing something to you. If you don't pay, I will not do. Correct. Yes. You are paying consideration, that is inducing me to do something to you. Clear? Maybe supply of goods or supply of services. And also, sir, should always assume I am the supplier, you are the recipient. Should always recipient pay the money? Need not be. Majority of the times, you are the one who will pay. Assume I have supplied services or goods to you. You are the recipient, I am the supplier. Now, who is liable to pay amount to me? You. You will pay me. Yes, sir. Is it a consideration? Yes. But sometimes what happens is, you may ask your client to pay me. You are liable to pay me 1 lakh, but you told your client to pay me. Is it still a consideration? Yes. Because what you are liable to pay, you ask someone else to pay. Is it still a consideration? Yes. Sir, why will it happen, sir? Maybe your client is liable to pay you. So what you thought is, instead of you receiving it from client and then giving it to me, you told client, you pay to Vikas sir. Is it still a consideration? Yes. See, majority of the time, again I am telling, recipient is the one who will pay to the supplier. But still, in few cases, if it is paid by some other third party also, but on behalf of the recipient, still is it a consideration for me? Yes. But consideration will not include subsidy given by the central government or state government. Should we pay GST on it? No. If central government or state government has given any subsidy for me to support my business or to purchase any asset, should I pay GST on it? No, guys. Next, the monetary value of any act or forbearance in respect of, in response to, or for inducement of the supply of goods or services or both, whether by the recipient or by any other person, but shall not include, again, same story, subsidy given by central government or state government. Sir, what is it? Any monetary value means you are not giving me money. You are also doing something to me. You are also doing something to me means, sir, what, sir? You are giving some service. Clear? For example, simple. Assume I went to a barber shop. Told, sir, please do cutting for me, facial for me, shaving for me, everything I asked. Okay, they did it. I told, I will file your return. Thank you. Services, exchange, barter. Correct. Sir, every year I negotiate like this. Every year I will take care of your returns. I will give you all income tax savings, planning, everything I will take care. You do free cutting to me. Clear? Actually, it is not free because we are exchanging services. Sir, is it a supply? Yes. I did something whose value, obviously there is a value. In return, he also did something. Sir, both of us are liable to pay GST? Yes. Now don't ask me how will department get to know this and all. As per law, we both have to pay GST. Correct? Yes. Hope you understood. Yes. Same way I told you. Na? Assume I gave audit services to you. You gave compliance services to me. So is money involved? No. But still, is it a consideration? Yes. For my service, what is your consideration? Compliance service. For you, from my side, what is the consideration? Audit service. Clear? Yes. Chalo. Again, here also, if any subsidy is given by central government or state government, it will not be there, guys. And actually, if I am giving you anything or paying you anything for doing something, it is a consideration. What if I am paying you something for not doing something? Not to do. See, I asked you to do something, I am paying you. Is it a consideration? Yes. I asked you not to do something and I am paying you. Is it a consideration? Yes. For example, I told, assume you are working as an article with me. I told, hey, after you qualify, you don't start practice. It will be competing with me. For that, I will pay you something. I will pay you something. Sir, is it a forbearance? Yes. Forbearance means I'm stopping you from doing something. Sir, it is legal? Yes. If you accept it, legal. We both have agreed for it. And I am paying for that. For not to do something, I am paying you. Clear? Or else, assume we both are doing some competing business. Now we both entered into an agreement telling, okay, let us not focus on the same customer. Let us focus on different target audience. Okay, you sell in this area, I will sell in that area. Clear? We have just divided the areas, geographical area. Now we have an agreement for this, telling you should not sell in my area. Same way you have put a condition telling you should not sell in your area. Clear? For that we have exchanged some consideration also. Sir, is it a supply and is consideration involved? Yes. Clear? And for this there is a detailed explanation in schedule 2. I will take care of it there, guys. Clear? Means when I have agreed to do something, you are paying me. Is it a supply? Yes. I have agreed not to do something, you are paying me. Is it a consideration? Yes. Clear? Yes. Or else I have agreed to tolerate you. Ramesh, I have agreed to tolerate you and you are paying me for that. Is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. Supply of service. Actually, it is there. We will learn that in schedule 2. Okay. However, a deposit given in respect of supply of goods or services or both shall not be considered as payment made for such supply unless the supplier applies such deposit as consideration for the said supply. Sir, what is it? Now assume Vishwas asked me, sir, please supply 1 lakh kgs of goods for me. I told Vishwas I can do it provided you give me some advance. How can I trust after sending goods if you run away? Correct. So I asked, please give me some advance. So he deposited, assume 2 lakh with me. Telling, Vikas sir, you start supplying from next month. He gave me 2 lakh advance. No, is it a consideration? No. Now you assume. Now you consider. Listen. Next month I supplied 5 lakh worth of goods to him and adjusted 2 lakh against 5 lakh. And he will pay me remaining 3 lakh. What is the consideration now? 5 lakh. What is the consideration? 5 lakh. But Vishwas paid only 3 lakh, no sir. He had already given 2 lakh, which I adjusted now. When it is adjusted, is it a consideration? Yes. So simple. If any deposit or advance is received in advance, it is not a consideration when it is received. When it will become a consideration? When I adjust it against the supply. Against the supply. Hope you understood. Yes, sir. Other things we will take care. Business. Business is also important. Okay, guys, come on. 7-1A will tell what? See how much detail, sir. Only 2 line they have told. But how much detail we have to understand. Supply of goods or services for a consideration. Did we understand till now? Yes. And last part is in the course or furtherance of business. What is business, sir? Business means you already know. Generally, what is business? Sir, anything I am doing, buying and selling of goods or anything in the nature of trade or commerce is called business. Business definition was also given in income tax, guys. But here it is a bit lengthy. They have tried to cover majority of the things. What are those? We will see. And sir, should I mug up this definition? No, guys. Goods and service definition is important. To some extent, even consideration definition is important. Business definition, just have an idea. They will not ask you define business as per GST. But you should know whether I am doing business or not. How will you understand? How will you decide if you know this? So you should have a fair idea about business definition, guys. Business, section 2 clause 17 of CGST Act defines business. Business includes any trade, commerce, manufacture, profession. Okay, profession also comes here. Yes, see, in income tax they defined business separately, profession separately, but here both are covered under business only. Profession, vocation. Sir, what is vocation? Vacation, we will go there, Goa trip. Is that a covered here? No, it is vocation here, not vacation. Clear? What is this, sir? Art of earning the livelihood. I had mentioned this even in income tax. What is it, sir? Guys, I am passionate about playing cricket. Now, from that, if I earn anything, sir, is it a income from business? Yes, here. Or else, sir, I am an actor. I am passionate about it. I am a dancer. I am a musician. All these are what? Vocation. Okay. Or even profession. Few things can be considered as profession or vocation. Even people now, YouTubers. Okay, sir, what is that? Sir, I am a passionate content creator. Where? In YouTube. Clear? Yes. Some students will tell, sir, I am like having so much followers that this and all. See, now people have value for that also. Okay. ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ ಜಗತ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಚಲೋ vocation means art of earning livelihood. Adventure means what? Sir, taking risk, not risk. So when you're taking risk to do something, that is a part of business. Obviously doing business is risk only, na? Yes, because if you are earning somewhere else or if you are doing a job, maybe you will get a fixed income. But when you are doing a business, you have invested your own money, which is at a task. Whether you may earn profit or whatever you have invested also might go. Clear? But anyway, any person who do business with an intention, obviously they do with an intention of making profit and growing the business, guys. Vago, that is nothing but betting or any other similar activity, whether or not it is for a pecuniary benefit. Pecuniary means, sir, what? Profit or gain. Whether I am doing all this for profit purpose or not. Is it a business? Yes. Okay. Pecuniary benefit is nothing but financial advantage or a gain or a profit. Next, any activity or transaction in connection with or incidental or ancillary to above means anything which is a part of this also. Anything which is a part of this, which is ancillary to it. Is it a business? Yes, sir. For example, sir, I am a car manufacturer. I also manufacture tire parts and all. Is it a part of my business? Yes. Any act, and also I also provide repair service which is ancillary to it, or I provide service. Okay, because whoever buy the car, first service, second service, third service and all, any two-wheeler or car manufacturer will provide that. It is ancillary for them. Yes, their main business is car or two-wheeler, but they also provide other ancillary services. Next, any activity or transaction in the nature of above. Okay, whether or not there is a volume, frequency, continuity or regularity of such transaction means if you are doing any of this, whether it is regularly or not, it is a business for you. Sir, I did it only for 15 days, sir. Sir, only 1 month I will work in a year, sir. I will do business. Is it still a business? Yes. Whether you do it regularly or not, whether there is too much volume or less volume, it is still a business. Next, D. Supply or acquisition of goods including capital assets and services in connection with commencement or closure of business. So, if you sell any goods or even assets, are you liable to pay GST on it? Yes. But are you doing business? Yes. Normally, selling goods is a business. But now assume in GST they are targeting that also. You are purchased an asset to use it in the business, like fixed asset or we call it as capital asset. Now you are selling it. Should you pay GST on that also? Yes. But obviously, my business is not selling the assets, sir. It was selling goods. I had purchased some asset for business. Now it has become useless. I am selling it. Should I pay GST on it? Yes. They're telling, yes, you have to pay. Next, provision by a club, association, society, or any other such body for a subscription or any other consideration of facilities or benefits to its members as the case may be. Now, club and all. Sir, I can take a membership of a club. Okay, for that, they charge me the membership consideration and they provide me some services. What, sir? Maybe access to various facilities of the club, or else I can go and sit every day there. I can just relax. So, is it a business, sir? Yes. Or else association. Now, assume, guys, there is an apartment. In an apartment, they have formed an association of all the residents. And this association collect maintenance charges every month. Why, sir? To give various facilities, amenities to the residents. Is it called as a business? Yes, they are telling it is a business. Sir, they are not doing it as a business, sir. Still, it is considered as business. For outside world, it may not look like business, but for GST, they are telling we will consider it as business. Next, admission for a consideration of a persons to any premises. Any premises, you will pay the entry fee, no? You know, Wonderla, Ullala Wonderla in Bangalore. So can you go there and play freely? No, they will charge you entry fees. Now, is Wonderla doing a business? Yes, they are doing a business. Not only Wonderla, anywhere, guys. Anywhere, PVR. Okay. Multiplex screens. Or even, silence. Even any zoo. Animals going to see animals. Didn't understand. Okay, out of syllabus. Leave. Chala. Sir, for that, if they charge any entry fee, is it a business? Yes. Obviously, they're charging consideration for it, guys. But for few premises and all, they're giving exemptions. But that exemptions and all, we will take care in a separate chapter. Now we are learning, is it a business or not? Next, services supplied by a person as a holder of an office which has been accepted by him in the course or furtherance of his trade, profession, or vocation. Now, assume, guys, I have been appointed as a managing director of a particular company. Sir, is it a business? Yes. They're telling it is a business. Not an employee. Please be careful. If it is employment, then it is a different story. I am not an employee. I am just appointed as an advisor of a particular company, tax advisor, or maybe financial advisor. They pay me for that. Is it a business? Is it considered as business? Yes. Next, activities of a race club, including by way of totalizator or a license to bookmaker, or activities of licenses, bookmaker in a such club. Sir, what is this activities of race club and all? Now in Bangalore, there is a race club. Okay, now assume I went and bet on a particular horse. Now there will be a device which will record how much did Vikas bet on which horse and all. So is it a business? Are they doing business? Yes. That totalizator is nothing but the device which records who has bet on which horse, how much. Please don't get involved in this, and even I don't do. I just gave an example. Don't think, oh, Vikas sir has done this and he has earned good amount of money. Let me also try. Never. Please. Any activity or transaction undertaken by the central government or a state government or any local authority in which they are engaged as public authorities. Now, central government, state government also provide various services to the people at large or public at large. They are doing it as what? Public authorities. Sir, is it also business? Yes, they are also doing business. We have understood, guys. So almost all the terms we understood, whatever is used in 7.1a. Did we? Did we understand? Chala. So we are done with 7.1a, guys. Let us move forward now. 7.1a, yay. 7.1a, yay. Listen. There is an association or a club. There is an association or a club which is giving services to members, for which in return they are charging consideration. Sir, is it a supply? Yes. As per which section? 7.1a. Next, members is giving services to association or a club, for which consideration is charged. Sir, is it a supply? Yes. As per which section? 7.1a. Open. You guys understood it. Very simple. There is an association, there is a members. Members of what? Association. One giving the service to other and the other person is giving consideration. Either way. Is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. Let me read it. Section 7.1a. The activities or transaction by a person other than individual. Okay. Individual is not. To its members or constituents. Means the person, the association is there. No. Is it an individual? No. Is club a individual? No. Okay. It is giving services to whom? Members or constituents, or vice versa. Vice versa means members giving to club or association for a cash or deferred payment or other valuable consideration. Means consideration has to be there. Consideration has to be there. Hope you understand. Guys, services is going either from association to members or members to association. And what is coming from the other person? Consideration. So is it a supply? Yes, both ways is covered. Example, one analysis I have given. Activities or transaction between whom? Association, club or similar entities along with their members or constituents. Constituents also is nothing but members, guys. It's treated as supply. But there should be what? Consideration. Sir, is association and members different, sir? Yes, they are treated as distinct person. Even though they are the members of the same association, should we treat them as separate? Yes. We should treat them as separate, guys. Yes, you can just make a note of it. Please be careful here. Consideration should be present. And one more thing, listen here. Sir, should consideration be paid immediately? No. Even if it is paid in future, deferred. Assume, sir, services is given now, but you will pay the consideration after 3 months, 6 months. Is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. We'll move forward to the next section. 7.1 AA is very simple and easy. Consideration and all we already understood. Again and again, I need not explain it, guys. And number of times we'll be using that word consideration and all. We already learned the definition. What is it? And wherever we encounter these words, that is goods, service, consideration, business and all, it will have same meaning, guys. Same meaning. Yeah. Chalo, we will move forward. 7.1b. 7.1b covers import of services. Import of services. If there is import of services for a consideration, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business, then it is a supply. It is a supply. For example, assume I am importing the services for my personal purpose, but for a consideration. Is it a supply? Yes. Now I am importing a services for a consideration for my business purpose. Is it a supply? Yes. When there is an import of service for a consideration, why doesn't matter? Why doesn't matter? Means why did I import it? For personal business doesn't matter. It is a supply, guys. Example, Ramaya, a proprietor, has received an architect services for his house. For his house means personal, professional or business? Personal. From an architect located in Newark. Newark, where is it? Outside India. Sir, in our city there is new town, sir. That is different. Newark is different. Outside India, that is in USA, at an agreed consideration of $5,000. So consideration is there. There is an import of service. Why, sir? Why doesn't matter? Is it a supply? Yes. The import of services by Ramaya is a supply under section 7.1b, though it is not in the course or furtherance of business, guys. Clear? Because he took it for his house. Is it still a supply? Yes. Only two things you have to check here. What are those? Import of service for a consideration. That's all. Why? It doesn't matter. Clear? And just write there, read with para 4. Read with, because I will cover something connected to this later. Read with para 4 of schedule 1. Para 4 of schedule 1. We have not yet covered it. We will cover it. But when you are studying next time, you can study it together. I will also give one chart for this. Connecting both para 4 as well as 7.1b, guys. Okay, sir. Next, 7.1c, the important one. 7.1c. Guys, whatever we learnt in 7.1a, 7.1aa and 7.1b, one thing was common. What was it? What was it? Consideration. So only if it is for a consideration, it will be a supply as per 7.1a, AA and 7.1b. Correct, Pushpa? Correct. What is common? Consideration. But now in 7.1c they are telling, 7.1c they are telling, even without consideration, there are 4 activities which is a supply. Which is a supply. Means even without consideration they are a supply. Yes, they are a supply. They have named it. There are only 4 activities. Where did they name it? They didn't give it in 7.1c. They told, refer to schedule. Refer to schedule. Okay, let us see it. Section 7.1c, the activity specified in schedule 1 made or agreed to be made without a consideration. Without a consideration. That means even without a consideration, will these 4 activities be a supply? Yes. Where are they given? So in schedule 1. Now we need to refer to schedule 1. Guys, whenever we are studying section 71C, we have to study it with what? Schedule 1. Schedule 1 is given where, sir? In the CGST Act itself. But in my material, where are you given, sir? After a few pages. Yes. Come to this. Supply without consideration. We also call it as deemed supply. Deemed supply. You can get a question on this, guys. There are number of times they're asking on this. So please be careful. Now, whenever you are answering any questions with respect to this, guys, how you should start is whatever numbers I have given here, now 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Can you see that numbers? Hello? You can see the numbers that are called para numbers. Para 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 paras are there. These paras are given where? In Schedule 1. Schedule 1 has to be read with what? Section 71C. So when you are answering, you have to answer like this. Clear? For example, as per para 2 of Schedule 1, read with section 71C, comma, explain. We will anyway see. I will solve some questions and all. You will understand how to present the answers. But important to understand, guys. Actually, it is be easy. And please be careful when I am explaining, because number of times when I go forward in other chapters also, I will connect to this. I will connect to this. Okay. Let us begin. And it is easy. Actually, if you understand properly, guys, it becomes very easy. If not, it becomes confusing to you. Let us start. As per Schedule 1, in the following 4 cases, supplies made without consideration will be treated as supply as per Section 7 of CGST Act. Guys, please be careful. Only these 4 activities without consideration is a supply. Sir, what if there is some other activity which is not covered here, but it is supplied without consideration, free? Is it a supply? No. Clear? We have already seen 3 sections, 7(1)(a), AA, B. All 3 places mentioned, consideration is a must. Whereas 7(1)(c) told, even without consideration, we will treat it as supply, but only for this 4. Only for this 4. Anything outside this 4, without consideration means it is not a supply, guys. Okay. Sir, what if there is a consideration? Then we will not check this. What do we check? 7(1)(a) or AA or 7(1)(b)? We need to check those 3. So when should we check 7(1)(c)? Guys, 7(1)(c) is C is there, but consideration is not there. Clear? Only then you check this section when there is no consideration. Yes. Why I am repeating it again and again? Because students get confused. Sir, when to operate which section? When to check which section? Anyway, we will cover it thoroughly. We will also solve the questions. By then you will be a master of it. But it is my duty to give clarity at the beginning itself. Okay, first one. Permanent transfer or disposal of business assets where ITC has been availed on such assets. Now, simple, guys. A business has purchased an asset on which they have claimed ITC. I told you, on inward supply, can we claim input tax credit? Yes. So, they purchased an asset, they claim the credit. Now, they are giving it free of cost. Now, they are giving it free of cost. Is it a supply? Yes. Because when you purchased, you took the benefit. Now, even if you are giving it free of cost, you might be a fool, but department is not a fool. Why? Because who will give it freely? Correct. But still, no, sir, it was useless. I couldn't sell it, so I gave it freely. Still, you have to pay GST on it. And all these 4 cases will tell, even without consideration, it is a supply. Correct. But, sir, on what amount should we pay GST? Again, valuation rules plays a major role. Valuation rules will fix a value. On that, I'm liable to pay GST. Clear? But anyway, valuation rules is not a part of your syllabus. You need not worry. But you might get a doubt. Sir, when there is no consideration, on what figure should I pay GST, sir? Because there is no consideration. Because normally GST is levied on what? The amount of consideration, which we actually call it as value of supply. When I sold goods to you for 10,000, what is the value of supply, guys? 10,000. I am liable to pay GST on what amount? 10,000. We call it as value of supply. I gave goods for you free of cost. But here they are telling it is supply. I should pay GST. On what amount also they should tell, right? Yes. That is given in valuation rules, guys. Got it? Yes. As of now, don't worry about it. Just think about, is it a supply? Yes. Sure. So only if ITC is claimed, then it is a supply here, guys. Example, a furniture dealer permanently transfers furniture on which ITC is claimed from his stock free of cost. Means he has purchased a stock He has claimed ITC, but now he is giving it freely. Now he is giving it freely. Sir, is it a supply? Yes. The transaction will constitute a supply as it is a permanent transfer or disposal of business assets. If the input tax credit is availed for such assets, then only such transfer amounts to supply. Note, transfer of entire business as a going concern is not subject to GST. This is just a clarification telling if I have sold my business, not assets, I have sold my entire business to you, you will carry on from tomorrow. Succession of business, we call it as. Is it a supply? No. And obviously, I am not a fool to sell it freely, to give it freely, but still they are telling if I give my business as a going concern to you, entire business, obviously, business includes all the assets, so liabilities, everything. I'm giving my business only to you. Slum sale, you remember? Slum sale, yeah, that one. But their consideration was there. But here, if they're telling, even if business is given freely, is it a supply? No, they're telling it is not a supply because show will not stop. You will continue it. Clear. But obviously, guys, who will give their business freely? Clear. Even if it is a loss making business, you will sell it for some value, is what I believe. But here, obviously, for safety, they are telling even if you give it without consideration, still it is not a supply. If you sell assets of the business, yes. But if you sell your business itself, then it is not a supply. Okay. Let us go little detail about it. Guys, assume I had purchased an asset. Now I am selling it for 10,000 or only 1 rupee. Is it a supply? Yes. As per which section? 7(1)(a). Not para 1, 7(1)(a). Why, sir? Consideration is there. How much, sir? 1 rupee. Sir, I have purchased an asset, claimed ITC, gave it freely now. Is it a supply? Yes. As per what? Para 1 of Schedule 1. Chalo, let us understand that. I have tried to explain it through an example here. Observe, guys, because all this connection is there from one section to another section, from one provision to another provision. Let me take an example. Assume, guys, I have purchased an asset for 1 lakh, on which I have paid GST 18%, and I have claimed a ITC for it. I have claimed a ITC for it. Now, have I claimed it or not is a secondary thing. Correct? Yes. So let me take better both the ways. ITC claimed, ITC not claimed. Okay, sir. Now, what if I have claimed? I am explaining this scenario. I have claimed ITC. Okay. When I purchased, I claimed the credit of 18,000. That is input tax. Now I sold the asset for a consideration. Let the amount be any amount. Is it a supply? Yes. As per which section? 7(1)(a). Supply in the course or furtherance of business under section 7(1)(a) for a consideration. Clear. Maybe selling an asset is not my business, but still I purchased it to use it for my business. I'm selling it now. Is it considered in the course or furtherance of business? Yes. Yes. We saw the definition of business also, which includes transfer of goods as well as capital assets. Oh, next. Disposed the asset without consideration. Thrown it off. I have purchased, claimed the credit after a few years. I'm just throwing it on the road. Or I gave it to you freely. Enjoy anta. Is it a supply? Yes, because ITC was claimed. Supply as per what? Para 1 of Schedule 1, read with section 7(1)(c). Now let us take the reverse scenario. I had not claimed ITC. For some reason, ITC was blocked for me. I couldn't claim it. I couldn't claim it. Yes, sir. In that case, sold the asset for a consideration. Still, is it a supply? Yes. Because for 7(1)(a), did they put any condition? Only if you have claimed credit, only then we will consider it as supply? No, such condition was not there. Whereas now, disposed it free of cost. Disposed it free of cost. Is it a supply? Not a supply. Why so? Because ITC is not claimed. Under para 1, one of the condition is what? ITC, if it is claimed at the time of purchase, only then it will become a supplier. Hope you understood. I connected even to 7(1)(a), guys. This is how you have to learn. Not only now, I will also do it going forward also. Please make a note of it. We are done with para 1. Para 1 we have covered. Still there are 3 paras. Make a note of it quickly, quickly. We shall continue with next one. First para done, guys. Second para. Second para is bit lengthy, but we'll try to understand. Please pay attention. when there is a supply between related person, which person? Related person, or a distinct person as referred in section 25. Means who is distinct person is given in section 25. But anyway, I will cover it now itself. When made in the course or furtherance of business. Okay, guys, what are the conditions for an activity to be covered here? The supply should be between whom? Related party or distinct person. And it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Sir, they have not given consideration. Obviously, there is no consideration. Obviously, there is no consideration. Now, let us see it, guys. Who is related, who is distinct? Both we need to understand. They both are different, actually. Related is different, distinct is different. But among them, between them, if there is any supply, is it a supply? Yes, even without consideration. Clear? For example, distinct person exchange something without money, or the related person exchange something without money, or in simple barter, I can tell. Sir, is it a supply? Yes. Clear? Or else, let it be like this. Sir, I only gave, they didn't give anything. Or she only gave, I didn't give anything. So it is actually no consideration, because if it is barter and all, both the ways consideration is actually there. Barter is not the right word to use here. A related person, assume A and B is related. A gave to B. B didn't give anything. Is it still a supply? Yes. Or else X and Y is related. X gave to Y something, but Y didn't give anything in return. So is it a supply? Yes. It is a supply provided they are a related person. Okay, who is related? As per explanation to section 15. Guys, actually section 15 talks about value of supply. What, Darshan? Section 15 talks about what? Huh? Value of supply. Value of supply means that is the amount on which GST should be charged. Okay, we will be covering it as a separate chapter. As per explanation to section 15 of CGST Act on 17, person shall be deemed to be related person if such persons are officers or directors of one another business. Guys, simple. I am the director of your business. Are we both related? Yes. Or else you are an officer of my business. Are we both related? Yes. Next, we are legally recognized partners. Are we both related? Yes. And please be careful. Here, relative means not only blood relative. Even business connected persons are also treated as related. Correct, Siri? Such persons are employer-employee. Sir, employer-employee related. Yes, very close relative. Clear? So, employer and employee relative. Observe. One of them. This is beauty. Let us try to analyze with an example. Listen, listen. There are a lot of control here. Who will control whom? We will see. A is controlling B. Are they both related? Yes. Or else B is controlling A. Are they both related? Yes. C stands for your control. RP stands for related party. Okay. Chalo. Next. A and B together are controlling C. Common control. A and B is controlling C. Is A and C related? Yes. Is B and C related? Yes. Now, as both of them together controlling one single person, they both are also related. Is A and B related? Yes. They both are also related. Got it? Next, reverse case. Sir, Z is controlling X and Y. Z is controlling X and Y. Now, is Z and X related? Yes. Is Z and Y related, Ravanya? Yes. Now, sir, is X and Y related? In between them, nothing is there. But both of them are controlled by one single person. So, they both are also related? Yes. They both are also related. Understood? Easy, no? Yes. This is called. When you understand with a simple example, you will understand what is given in the law, guys. Because they will tell one controlling the other controlling the other. What is it? When you read it as a sentence, confusing. Or else, let me give it simple example. Your home example. Nimma mane example. How did I get to know? I know. Listen. Chalo. Father controlling mother or mother controlling father. Both is relevant today. Okay. Sir, are they both related? Yes. Are they both related? Yes. Guys, I am not talking about blood. Anyway, blood related also is covered. I am only talking about control. Control. I'm just actually this, sir, is this example relevant for us? May not be. But this is more practical for you to connect. That's why I'm just taking it. Clear? Yes. Because all these people comes under blood relative. Even anyway, blood relative also is covered. We will see that later. Okay. Let me explain again. Father controlling mother or mother controlling the father. Are they both related? Yes. Now, father and mother both put together controlling the child. You. So when they cannot control, they will send you to the class. We should control. Okay, that's the problem. Chalo. Now, what's Anya? Now, sir, listen. Father and child related? Yes. Mother and child related? Yes. Father and mother related? Yes, because they are together controlling child. Now, there is one supreme power above father and mother. Who is it? Grandfather. Now, grandfather is controlling father, mother both. Grandfather and father related? Yes. Grandfather, mother related? Yes. You don't ask her which side anta. Yadaru side agi. Don't worry. Chalo. Now, father and mother related? Yes. They both are also related. Understood? Yes. See, this is only for example. Please don't tell the story in the exam. Chalo. I will start from here. Now, first three we are done with. One of them control directly or indirectly the other. Our first example. Next, such persons together control directly or indirectly whom? Third person. Are they all related? Yes. Next, a third person controls holds directly or indirectly more than or equal to 25% of outstanding voting stock. That is nothing but equity shares of both of them. That is nothing but in our example, this. They should own more than or equal to 25% as controlling. Is that clear? Yes. Sure. Next, such persons are the members of same family. Now blood relative is covered. Sir, is blood relative also is covered here? Yes. Such persons are the members of same family means obviously blood relative, guys. And not bread, blood. Okay. Now they have defined who is family also in section 2 clause 49. What is it? We will see. We will just go back to definitions and come back. Come to the definition. Definition in page number 10. Yeah. Family means the spouse and children of the person always are? Yes. Spouse and children will always be relative. Who is spouse? Not mouse. Spouse. Sir, my spouse is like a mouse only for me. Some people will tell, but don't worry. Always. Bidi, ad beda nimge. Papa. You will have a lot of plans for future. Why should I spy? Chalo, chalo. Hope my wife will not see this recording. Chalo, chalo. Now, spouse means for husband, wife, husband. And children will always be relative. Yes, whether they are dependent or not, they are always relative. Next, the parents, grandparents, brothers, and sisters of the person, if they are only or mainly dependent on them, guys. So, these people are relative only if they are dependent on that individual. Sir, no, sir, brothers, grandparents, or parents, they are independent, sir. They are taking care of their own life. In that case, will they be a part of family? No. Sir, how can they tell that, sir? My own parents, not a part of family. See, not for real life. They are telling for GST. Got it? Please be careful. For second point, dependency is important. Whereas for first point, dependency is not at all relevant. Yes, sir. Let us come back. Okay. Same family. Then last one. One of them is the sole agent or sole distributor or sole concessioner of the other. Means I am acting as an agent only for one person. That is my principal. Whether I and my principal is the related persons? Yes. Sir, what if I am acting as an agent for 5 people? Then I am not a related person. Clear? If I am working solely as an agent for one principal, then I and my principal is the related persons class. Got it? Yes. So if there is any supply between these people, even without consideration, is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply, but it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Sir, I gave some gift to my relative, assume spouse, not in the course of business. Is it covered here? No. Sir, what if it is in the course of business? Then is it covered here? Yes. For example, assume guys, now from my business, I gave a gift to my spouse. Or else, in simple, sir, what was owned by business, which is owned completely by me, I gave this asset to my spouse free of cost. Is it covered here? Yes, it is covered here. Got it up. Please be careful if it is personal in nature, not covered here, because they clearly told it should be in the course or furtherance of business, guys. Okay, chalo. We'll move forward. Distinct person, guys, important. Who is distinct person means under GST, guys, pay attention. Under GST, registration is state wise, but PAN based. PAN means, what is it? Permanent account number. Will you have separate PAN for each state or only one PAN? One PAN for all India. You would have also heard PAN India, PAN based movie and okay. When they're releasing it in all over India in different languages, they call it as PAN based. Same way, a person will have one PAN for one nation, guys. But now, if I am having operation in 5 different states, how many registration should I take? 5. But all under one PAN. Even for GST registration, PAN is mandatory. So will it be used as unique number? Yes. Guys, when I apply for GST registration, they will ask for my PAN. And using my PAN, they will allot me something called as GST IN. GST identification number. That is my registration number. That includes my PAN also. More about this, I will cover it in registration topic. Okay, fine. Now let me come back to this. Guys, under GST registration is what wise? State wise. If I have registration in all 31 states, including 3 union territories with state legislation, how many registration should I take? 31. 31 means, should I take registration in every state I am operating? Yes, separately. Because under GST, registration, payment of tax, filing of returns is state wise. Because there is some component called SGST also. States should get, so you have to get registered separately in each state, guys. Now, let me explain this with an example. Now, so I have given here. Registration is state-wise but PAN-based. Assume I am taking registration in all 31 states. Now, all 31 registration should be under my PAN. Under my PAN. Guys, observe. Now, each registration will be treated as distinct person. Even though I have taken under my PAN only, each registration is separate. That means, assume I have taken registration in all the states. Now, there is a supply of goods from my Karnataka branch to Maharashtra branch without consideration. Is it a supply? Yes. It is a supply between distinct person. Sir, it is our own branch, sir. Still, we want to track it and we want to know where it is consumed. So that is why department is telling when goods are sent from one branch to another branch, which is separately registered, even if it is without a consideration, it is a supply. It is a supply. Okay. Let me just try to take one example now. Assume, guys, I am operating in 4 states. That is Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Kerala. Now, how many registrations should I take? 4. Minimum 4. Now, sir, in Karnataka, I have multiple branches. Can I take separate registration for each branch? That is option for me. Choice. But obviously, in that case, the compliance burden will be too much. Because for each registration, I should file the returns separately. I should pay tax separately. And if by chance, assume, I have 2 branches within Karnataka, Bangalore, Mysore. If I take separately registration, then they are treated as what? Distinct person. So if there is any transfer of goods from one branch to another branch, is it a supply? Yes, even without consideration. Even without consideration. Oh, fine. So how many registrations should I take in my example? 4. Minimum 4. Now, assume, guys. Now, sir, I have taken a separate registration for each of the state. There is a movement of goods from my Karnataka branch to Tamil Nadu branch. Is it a supply? Yes, even without consideration. Even without consideration. Now you might ask me, sir, both are my branches only, sir. I actually didn't sell it, sir. I just manufactured the goods here and I'm selling it to my Tamil Nadu where there is a showroom. How can you tell it is a supply, sir? Simple, guys. They are keeping it very simple. GST is a consumption tax. So revenue should go to whom? For the state where the goods are sold. Now, when goods are sent to Tamil Nadu, how will I know whether you have sold it tomorrow there or not? We need to track it, right? Yes. So when you send the goods from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, disclose it as a supply. Pay GST on it. Now, who is the recipient? Tamil Nadu. Who is the supplier? Karnataka. Now, what Karnataka branch will do? They will charge GST from recipient and collect it, right? Yes. Now, for Tamil Nadu branch, it was an inward supply. Now, assume tomorrow these goods are sold in Tamil Nadu. They are liable to pay GST, yeah? Yes. They can claim a credit of this. Whatever tax they paid when goods were sent from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, when goods are sold in the future in Tamil Nadu, again they are supposed to pay output tax, right? Against that output tax, can they claim input tax credit? Yes. That means whatever you paid here, we will give it as a credit, don't worry. Anyway, you are sending the goods to further sell it, right? So don't worry, when you sell, we will give a credit of this. Clear up? Because they want to track the movement of goods when it is going especially from one state to another state. Now, what happens now? Assume I manufactured here, sent it here freely. Tomorrow, if I sell here and didn't disclose it, correct, it becomes a manipulation, loss of revenue to the government. That is why they told, if you supply anything from one branch to another branch, please treat it as supply. If they are distinct person. Clear? Yes. And accordingly, when you further sell it, claim the credit of whatever tax you have paid on inward supply. Got it? No? Yes. That is how actually whenever these manufacturing companies are there, normally they will have a manufacturing plant in one place, not in every state. They will manufacture the goods and send the goods to all their showrooms or all their branches throughout India. In that case, is it a supply, sir? Yes. But when they further sell it, on that whatever GST they are liable to pay against it, they can claim the credit of whatever tax they have paid when they received the goods. Okay. Now let me take one more example. Assume guys, in Karnataka, I have 3 branches. Which are those 3 branches? Bangalore branch, Mysore branch, Tumkur branch. New branch I opened. Oh. Now, how many registration should I take? 1 registration. Sir, should I take 3? No. All 3 put together, I can take 1. But in my registration application, I have to mention 1 branch as principal place of business. Assume I am disclosing it as Bangalore branch. Remaining will be additional place of business, like my branches. Okay, like even in company law and all, you would have seen a registered office, corporate office, like that. In GST, they are calling it as principal place of business. I have to disclose 1 branch as principal place of business, whereas remaining as additional place of business. So for all these 3 branches, can I take 1 registration, people? Yes, I can take 1 registration. Okay, sir. Hope you understood. Now, if I have taken 1 registration, assume from my Bangalore branch, I am sending the goods for Mysore or Tumkur. Should I pay GST on it? No. Why so? Because they are not distinct person. When they are called distinct person, guys, only if the registration is taken separately. That means within the state, if the branches are not separately registered, can I freely move the goods from one branch to another branch? Yes, you can move it because they are not distinct person, guys. They are not distinct person. Whereas here, are they distinct person? Yes, they are distinct person. Hope you guys understood. Then one more, or 2 more I can tell. Now assume, please observe the examples. Guys, assume in Karnataka I have a petrol pump. PP stands for petrol pump. Should I take registration for that under GST? No, petrol is outside GST. Correct? Petroleum products, PhD man. Hello, PhD man, outside GST. Yes, no registration. So no registration is required for my petrol business. Sir, then you will not pay tax. I will pay whatever was there before GST, that is VAT and all. Then coming to, now assume I have a repair shop in Telangana state. RS stands for repair shop. I have some service station or repair shop in Telangana. So is it covered under GST? Yes. Assume I have taken registration. In Telangana state, I have taken the registration, whereas in Karnataka, I have not taken. Now, by chance, if petrol is supplied by Karnataka branch to Telangana state branch, is it a supply? No. Why, sir? Because petrol is outside GST. Even if it is without consideration, it is not a supply, guys. Got it? Yes. Sir, what if by chance, if they gave some service to Karnataka branch without consideration? Without consideration. This stands for without consideration. Is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. Why so? Because we call this too as what? Establishment of distinct person. What is it, guys? Establishment of distinct person. They are not registered separately. One branch is registered, another branch is not registered. But still, if there is any movement of goods from one branch to another branch of the goods or service which is covered under GST, is it a supply? Yes, even without consideration. When petrol is going, it is not a supply. Why so? Simple, because petrol is outside GST. But from here, if anything is going in the form of service or any repair which is covered under GST, but they have supplied it without consideration, is it still a supply? Yes, as per para 2 of schedule 1, guys. Okay, sir. One more example. One more example. Assume I have a liquor shop. LS stands for liquor shop in Maharashtra. I have a liquor shop in Maharashtra. Should I take a registration for that under GST? No. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption is outside GST. Okay. And I have one more business in Rajasthan. RJ stands for Rajasthan. Which business, sir? Restaurant service. Restaurant service. Hope you're understanding. Above what I gave was different, guys. Here it was petrol pump in Karnataka, and here some repair shop in Telangana. Okay. Coming to this liquor shop, restaurant service. Okay. Is restaurant service covered under GST, people? Yes. So should I take registration in Rajasthan? Yes. Okay. Now assume Maharashtra branch supplied some liquor to a restaurant in Maharashtra branch, I repeat, supplied some liquor without consideration to restaurant in Rajasthan. Even without consideration, is it a supply? No, sir. Why so? Because liquor is outside GST. Then coming to the above part. Assume restaurant sent some snacks, not snakes, so snacks to a liquor shop which is covered under GST. Snacks is covered under GST, or anything, any starters or snacks they sent it, or any food items. They sent it to a Maharashtra liquor shop, which is part of GST. They sent it without consideration. Is it still a supply, people? Yes, it is a supply. As per para 2 of schedule 1. Why, sir? Because Maharashtra and Rajasthan, we will treat it as establishment of whom? Distinct person. See, first I taught you telling if separately registration is taken under the same pen, we treat them as what? Distinct person. Each registration will be what? Distinct person. But later they also told one branch is registered, another branch is not registered. But if there is any supply between them without consideration of what? Of either the goods or service which is covered under GST, is it still a supply? Yes, we will treat it as a supply between the establishment of distinct person. Establishment of distinct person. Is that clear? So even though this both business belongs to same person, still do we treat it as distinct person for GST purpose? Yes, guys. We will treat it as a distinct person. Hope you understood. Guys, whatever I explained now is everything a part of registration chapter. I will cover it again. But now as it is connected, who is related, who is distinct and all, I have to explain it here. If not, you may not get a clarity. Clear? Yes. Chalo. Now let us go back and understand here. Now let us read the provision. Distinct person specified under section 25. Guys, section 25 talks about registration actually. A person who has obtained or is required to obtain more than one registration, whether in one state or union territory. Sir, can I take more than one registration even in one state? Yes, but that is voluntary. That is voluntary. Or more than one state or union territory shall, in respect of each such registration, be treated as what? Distinct person. That means, assume guys, now listen, please listen. Sir, I have two branches, one in Karnataka, other one is in Andhra Pradesh. Should I take registration mandatorily in both the states? Yes, that is not optional. Now in Karnataka, I have two branch. Should I take one or two? One is mandatory, two is choice. Two is choice. Now, example. Gokul, a chartered accountant, has a registered office in Delhi, that is head office. He has also obtained a registration in the state of West Bengal. In respect of his newly opened branch office, Gokul shall be treated as distinct person in respect of registration in West Bengal as well as Delhi. Now, if there is any transfer of any goods or services between Delhi branch and West Bengal branch, even without consideration, is it a supply, people? Yes. Next. Further, where a person has obtained or is required to obtain registration in a state or a union territory in respect of establishment as an establishment in another state or union territory, such establishment The establishment will be treated as what, guys? Establishment of distinct person. That my petrol business, liquor business and all I gave example, no? That one. As per section 25, subsection 5. Example. Guys, anyway, I have put the examples in the books, especially in GST provision book. I have put number of examples and illustration because there will be small difference between one point to another point. You might get confused. Students will tend to get confused. So that is why I have added lot of examples and illustrations. And even when I am explaining also, I will be giving the examples. Okay, example. Rishabh Enterprises, a registered supplier, owns an air-conditioned restaurant in Virar, Maharashtra. Is it a part of GST? Yes. Has he taken the registration in Maharashtra? Yes. It has opened a liquor shop in Raipur, which is a part of Uttarakhand, for trading of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Should he take registration in Uttarakhand, guys? No, because it is outside GST. Since supply of alcoholic liquor for human consumption in Uttarakhand is a non-taxable supply because it is outside GST, Rishabh Enterprises is not required to obtain registration with respect to the same in Uttarakhand. In this case, air-conditioned restaurant in Maharashtra and liquor shop, though unregistered, in Uttarakhand shall be treated as what? Establishment of distinct person. Supply by Maharashtra restaurant to Uttarakhand shop in the course or furtherance of business, even without consideration, will be a supply, guys. Will be a supply. Or, however, transfer between two units of a legal entity under a single registration. Single registration I have taken for my Bangalore as well as Mysore branch, apparently within the same state, will not be considered as supply. So I have not taken a separate registration for my Bangalore branch and Mysore branch. But now I sent some goods in between them without consideration. Is it a supply? No. Why so? Because they are not distinct person. They are not distinct. When we call the branch as distinct person? Only if they have obtained separate registration. Example, Raghubir Fabrics transfers 1,000 shirts from his factory located in Lucknow to his retail showroom in Kanpur so that the same can be sold from there. It has taken one registration in the state of Uttar Pradesh, declaring Lucknow factory as its principal place of business and Kanpur showroom as its additional place of business. Like what I told. I have taken for both the branches one registration or three branches. In my example, it was Bangalore, Mysore, and Tumkur. For all three put together, I have taken one registration by disclosing Bangalore branch as principal place of business. Other two branches will be what? Additional place of business, guys. Since no consideration is charged, supply of goods from a factory to retail showroom in the same state under a single registration does not constitute a supply because they are not distinct persons. However, in the above example, if Raghubir Fabrics obtains separate registration for Lucknow factory and Kanpur showroom, assume for some reason they only took separate registration. Are they treated as distinct person now? Yes. Stock transfer between Lucknow factory and Kanpur showroom will be a supply. Why so? Because they are treated as distinct person when they have taken separate registration. So now I have given one liner here or two liner. What all should be present for an activity to be covered in para 2, guys? Supply of goods or service or both. Between whom? Related person or distinct person. And it should be in the course or furtherance of business. If all these three are satisfied, only then it is a supply as per para 2. Okay, coming back. Okay, coming back to this point, para 2. Is employer and employee a relative? Is employer and employee relative? Yes. Now, if employer give anything to employee, is it subject to GST? Yes. Why so? Employer-employee related and he gave it freely without consideration. Without consider. I'm talking about gift. Guys, please don't get confused. We are not talking about salary here. Employee gave employment service and employer is paying salary. Is that covered here? No, no, no. Employer gifted something to employee without consideration. Without consideration. Is it covered here? Yes. But they told if the value of gift is up to 50,000, no GST. But if it is more than 50,000 on the entire amount, GST is applicable. Gifts up to 50,000 per employee by employer to employee, by employer to employee in a financial year shall not be treated as supply of goods or services or both. And the limit of 50,000 is per employee. Assume I am the employer. I have 100 employees. For each of them, I gifted 10,000 worth of gift. Is GST applicable on it? No, because they didn't tell aggregate. They told per employee 50,000. Now assume for each of the employee I gifted 60,000 worth of gift. Is it liable to GST? Yes. On what amount? 60,000. On entire 60, not only 10, entire 60, guys. Yeah, I will talk about this again and I will also connect to income tax little later. Okay. Chalo, done with this, guys. I have given one example here also. Let me see. A Limited transfer 100 AC and 100 television from its factory located at Maharashtra to a retail showroom in Delhi. Guys, whenever you see two states, it is understood that they have taken two separate registration, they are distinct person. Whether it is given in the question or not. Now Maharashtra to Delhi, is it distinct person? Yes. Why, sir? Whether it is given or not, they should have taken separate registration so that the same can be sold there. Okay, it is sent from Maharashtra to Delhi. The factory and retail showroom are registered in the states where they are located. Even if this sentence is not given, you should understand when two states are involved, then registration would have been taken separately, guys. And even for union territories, separate registration has to be taken. Here are not only states, here I am talking about is even union territories. Sir, I am having operations in Andaman. Should I take separate registration? Yes. Although no consideration is charged, supply of goods from factory to Maharashtra to a retail showroom at Delhi constitutes supply, guys. Is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. Fine. Do you want to take down these points, whatever I mentioned here? Or you have understood? Is it enough? Quickly respond. You have understood now? Anyway, again, I will be covering this in registration chapter also. Clear? By then, you will be master of it. But I hope it is understood. It is very simple and plain, guys. I will just show it once. You can observe, but you need not take down, as you told. So different states means we need to take separate registration and we treat them as DP stands for what? Distinct person. Sir, within Karnataka, I have 3 branches. So all 3 put together, can I take one registration? Yes. Do we call it as distinct person? No. But do I have a choice to take separate registration? Yes. Okay. This is with respect to registration. Next, establishment of distinct person. E of DP stands for what? Establishment of distinct person. Means I am supplying 2 things. One is covered under GST, another one is not covered under GST. So for this, should I take GST registration? Yes. But if goods are sent from this branch to another branch, which is not registered under GST, even without consideration, is it a supply? Yes. So your Karnataka as a petrol pump and Telangana state as a repair shop. So repair shop or repair service is covered under GST. So registration has to be taken. So if there is any movement of goods or service from here to this branch, even without consideration, it is a supply. What about this, sir? No, it will not be a supply because petrol is outside GST. Same way here. Maharashtra, we have a liquor shop and in Rajasthan, we have a restaurant. Restaurant is covered under GST. We need to obtain registration. Whereas in Maharashtra, for liquor is outside the GST. That is liquor for human consumption. Okay, sir. So from here, if anything is transferred, is it covered under GST? No, not a supply. Whereas from here, any food items is supplied to Maharashtra liquor shop, even without consideration. Is it a supply? Yes, it will be a supply, people. That's all. Now let us enter into para 3. Para 3, we'll finish it. Supply of goods by a principal to his agent, where the agent undertakes to supply such goods on behalf of the principal, or by an agent to his principal, where the agent undertakes to receive such goods on behalf of the principal. Guys, simple. Agent is selling goods on behalf of principal, or agent is purchasing the goods on behalf of the principal. And invoice is issued in the name of whom? Agent itself. Normally, it should be given in the name of principal, but it is given in the name of whom? Agent. So in that case, is it a separate supply? Yes. So I have given the condition here. You can see supply of goods by whom? Principal to agent or vice versa. That is from agent to principal. Plus invoice is issued in whose name? In the name of agent. Only then it is covered here. Only then it is covered here, guys. I will explain it with some examples. Yeah, pay attention. Guys, now what happens when principal cannot directly handle with the customers or the suppliers? They will appoint one middleman called agent. Now agent will help to catch customers for principal. And whatever sales is happening through agent will get a commission, right? So is it a supply? Yes. He gave a service, he received commission. It is a supply. But we are not talking about that here. We are not talking about agency service. Obviously, for agency service, agent will earn a commission. That is a supply on which GST is applicable. But they are not talking about that here. Same way. Now assume principal wanted to purchase the goods, but he didn't have a direct contact with suppliers. So he appointed an agent telling, please purchase goods on behalf of me and give it to me. So agent is finding out the best supplier in the market, purchasing the goods and then sending it to the principal. For this activity, will agent earn a commission? Yes. Is it liable for GST? Yes. Now what happens is, we are not talking about this agency services. Now, sir, the movement of goods is there now, sir. From whom to whom? Principal to agent or from agent to principal. Is it a separate supply? Is it a separate supply? Now, please pay attention because connections are there. I will give number of examples. Now, assume principal sent his goods to agent to sell it. To sell to whom? Customer. So, agent found a customer and he sold it. To whom? Customer, whom we call recipient. And invoice is issued in the name of whom? Principal. Who is the original seller? Principal. So when agent found a customer and sold, who is actually the supplier? Principal. So whose name is mentioned in the invoice as supplier? Principal. And who is the recipient? Customer. That means how many supplies are there, guys? Only one supply. Correct? Only one supply. As per which section? As per 7(1)(a). Here para 3 will not come. Here para 3 will not come. Obviously, we would have sold it for a consideration. So it is a supply. From whom to whom? Principal to customer. Because invoice is issued in the name of principal. Next different scenario. Principal sent the goods to agent. Whose goods is that? Principal. Then agent is selling it to customer. But invoice is issued in the name of whom people? Agent. So in the invoice, whose name is mentioned as supplier? Agent. Agent. And recipient is the buyer. So is there a separate supply here? Yes, there is a supply. As per which section, people? 7(1)(a), because consideration is there. Obviously, recipient will pay for it. In para 3, what they are telling is, if agent name is mentioned in the invoice separately, treat it separate supply. Now, when principal sent it to agent, sir, is it a supply? Yes, it is a supply. As per what? As per para 3 of schedule 1. Hope you're understanding. So that means there is a 2 supply. Sir, principal didn't charge any amount to agent, sir. Still, even without consideration, it is a supply. Even without consideration, it is a supply. Hope you understood. Means, in simple, agent cannot use his name in the invoice. If he use it in his invoice, in his name, if he issue invoice, then there will be 2 separate supply. One is to the customer, the other one is between principal and agent. Hope you understood. Clear? Huh? Yes. This is about sales. This was about what, guys? Sales. When there is sale of goods, whose goods? Principal goods to customer through whom? Agent. Okay. Next, purchases. Assume principal is buying the goods through an agent. Who is actually supplying it? Supplier. But principal doesn't have a direct contact with him. So he has appointed an agent to purchase goods on behalf of him. So what will supplier do? Sorry, what will agent do? Buy the goods from supplier and then send it to principal. Now when supplier sent the goods, check who is the recipient as per the invoice. Who is the recipient as per the invoice? If recipient is principal as per the invoice, that means there is only one supply. From whom to whom? From supplier to principal, guys. As per which section? 7(1)(a). Only one supply. Obviously, consideration will be there. Sir, is there any supply between principal and agent? No, sorry, there is no supply. Okay. Next, same example but little different. Supplier sent the goods to the agent, but invoice is issued in the name of whom people? Agent. Who is the recipient as per the invoice? Agent is the recipient itself. So there is one supply first between whom? Between the supplier and agent. This is as per which section? 7(1)(a). 7(1)(a). Then coming to the other. Sir, agent after receiving it is sending it to the principal. Even without consideration. Still, will it be a supply? Yes, it will be a supply, guys. It will be a supply. So is this a supply? Yes. As per what, sir? Para 3 of Schedule 1. Did you guys get it? Yes, sir. So this part, I will color it different, better. Hope you understood. So simple. Listen, when agent is selling the goods on behalf of principal, or when he is buying the goods on behalf of the principal, if agent name is mentioned in the invoice, but not the principal, it will be treated as separate supply. It will be treated as separate supply. Is that clear? Yes. Chalo, one will be as per 7(1)(a) because consideration will be there, whereas another one would be as per para. As per para 3, guys. Okay. One example is given here also. Let us see. A C&F agent takes possession of goods from principal and issues the invoice in his own name to the customer. In whose name the invoice is issued? Agent name. In such case, the C&F agent is an agent of principal for the supply of goods in terms of para 3 of Schedule 1. The disclosure or non-disclosure of the name of the principal is immaterial in such situation. That is, whether, see, when invoice is issued in the name of, hello sir, when principal name is not mentioned as a supplier or recipient, but it is somewhere given in the note telling, agent has told, this goods are supplied on behalf of principal. But in the invoice, the supplier name or recipient name is whose? Agent. Now disclosing the principal name somewhere in the bottom, will it make any difference? No. It will not make any difference. Hope you understood. So simple, guys. If agent name is used either as supplier or recipient in the invoice, there will be two supply totally. Clear? And actually, in fact, if you ask me, there will be totally three, including agency services. Because for agency service, the agent will receive commission. No. Is that also separate supply? Yes. But in my examples, I have not taken that because it will confuse you. And anyway, in para 3, they didn't talk about agency service. They spoke about in whose name invoice is given, sir. About that they are talking about. Means they are talking about supply of goods. Supply of goods for which invoice is issued in the name of agent. Oh, sure. You can quickly make a note of this. Yes, quickly. Here also you can just tell it is not a separate supply, or else I will write it in the bottom. You guys can just give a number for all this, guys. I will just show 1, 2. 1 and 2 is actually about sales. Means agent is selling the goods on behalf of principal. Whereas 3 and 4 is about purchases. That is, agent is purchasing the goods on behalf of principal. Yes, sir. Chalo. We'll continue now. Come back to the provision book. Guys, in the law, actually they have defined who is agent, who is principal also. Very small definition. We will just see that and come back. Come to the definition. In the definitions they have given, yes, yes, this part. Agent definition is given in section 2 clause 5. And guys, whenever definition is given on various terms used in the law, they will always follow the alphabetical order. They will always follow alphabetical order. For example, sir, I am confused whether goods is covered in 252 or service anta. Goods is covered under which section? 252. Service under which section? 2102. But I am confused in between them, sir. I am a bit confused. Goods is 252 na, service is 252 na. Which will come first? G will come first or S will come first? G. Try to recall like. Okay. Yes. Chalo. Agent. Very simple definitions, guys. Agent and principal. Even a common man, a layman can understand this. Agent means a person including a factor, broker, commission agent, del credar agent. Who is del credar agent and all is there. There is one clarification. We will read that later. An auctioneer or any other mercantile agent by whatever name called who carries on the business of supply or receipt of goods or services or both on behalf of another. Who is that another? Who is that another? Principal. He will carry on the business on behalf of another person. That another person is called principal. They have also defined him. Principal, section 2, clause 88. Principal means not your college or school principal. Means a person on whose behalf an agent carries on the business of supply or receipt of goods or services or both. So agent is acting on behalf of principal, guys. Okay, sir. Come back now. Come back to schedule 1. So we have covered para 3. With respect to para 3, guys, there is one clarification. Clarifications and all together I will cover little later. That is once I am done with provisions. Sir, what does the clarification tell? Guys, you know, whenever there is any doubt among the people, the CBIC, who is in charge of indirect tax people? CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. They will release a circular giving what? Clarification. And there are number of clarification covered in your syllabus. That is the circulars, which I have also covered in my provision book. We will be reading it as and when required. So there is one clarification with respect to this, especially del credar agent. I will cover it later, guys, once I am done with the provisions. Now coming to the last para 4. Para 4 talks about what? Import of service. Guys, we have already studied import of service somewhere. Where is it? 7.1b. 7.1b tells if there is the import of services for a consideration. Is it a supply? Yes. Whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. Means only two conditions is important there. Import of service for a consideration. But now they are telling if there is a import of service without consideration, but from whom you are importing? From your related person or establishment of distinct person. Where are they? Outside India. Means the exporter is outside India. Importer is in India. Whom are they targeting? Importer. Actually, importer is a recipient, but they are targeting him. Clear? Normally, who should pay GST? Supplier. But can he charge and collect it from the recipient, guys? Yes. We call that as forward charge mechanism. When supplier is liable to pay GST, he can charge and collect it from recipient. We call that mechanism as forward charge mechanism. But sometimes when the government cannot track the supplier, they target recipients. We call this mechanism as reverse charge mechanism. We will learn more about this in the next chapter. But still, in case of import, recipient is whom? Importer. They are targeting whom, guys? Importer. That means he is the one who is liable to pay tax? Yes. Sir, why are they targeting him, sir? Because exporter is not in our control. Where is exporter? Outside India, non-taxable territory. So government cannot target them. Whom are they targeting? The importer who is in India. So we call this mechanism as reverse charge mechanism, guys. See, most of the supply which is taxable under forward charge only. Only few goods or services is taxable under reverse charge. Which are those? They are given in the law. Which are those goods or services which are taxable under reverse charge is given. Rest all is taxable under what? Forward charge. More about this we will learn in next chapter, guys. Oh, so I repeat this. When there is an import of services without consideration, from whom am I importing? From a related person or an establishment outside India. Means, for example, subsidiary company in India is receiving services from the holding company outside India, or even if it is a vice versa. and it should be in the course or furtherance of business, guys. It is a supply as per para 4. Let me read it. Import of services without consideration by a person from a related person or from any of his other establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. In the course or furtherance of business, all these conditions has to be satisfied, people. What are those, guys? At the end of every provision, I would have given like this. See, this is just like a key line for you. All these conditions has to be satisfied. Only then an activity will be a supply as per para 4. So on the exam days and all, or when you are studying next time, maybe you will focus only on this. Okay, because hoping that you would have studied now thoroughly. Next time, sir, is it required to read this also, this also? Maybe not. You can just focus on this. Under every provision, I have given like this, wherever attached conditions are there. What is it? There should be import of services without consideration. Sir, what if it is with consideration? Then 7(1)(b). Okay. Then from a related party or establishment outside India. Okay. They also told from whom are you importing? Then it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Here lot of condition. Whereas under 7(1)(b) only two. Import of service or consideration. That's all. From whom you imported, for what you imported, doesn't matter. Example. Vidya Associates received legal consultancy services from its head office located in Malaysia. Okay, head office is located outside India. So can I tell establishment outside India? Yes. The head office has rendered such services free of cost without consideration to its branch office in India. Since Vidya Associates and head office are related person, services received by. Sir, why they are related? Because one controlling the other. Are they related? Yes. Now please be careful, guys. The head office outside India in Malaysia would have not registered under GST. Don't treat them as distinct person. Is it a distinct person? No. But are they related? Yes. Related. So in that case, is it a supply? So yes. Since Vidya Associates and head office are related persons, since services received by Vidya Associates will qualify as supply. It will be a supply, even though the head office has not charged anything from it, guys. Now what should you do? After studying both of this separately, you have to connect it, guys. You have to connect it. Write it here. Read with section 7(1)(b). Write the sections properly. 7(1)(b) you know to write, no? In the law, however it is used, small letter or capital letter, please use in the same way. Because in some places they would have used small letter, in some places capital letters. Okay. I have one chart for this. I have made one chart for this. Yeah. Combining both the import, I have explained you when to apply which provision. So guys, whenever there is an import of services, first check consideration is there or not. If there is a consideration, which section should you apply straight away? 7(1)(b). So whether or not it is in the course or furtherance of business, it is always a supply. It is always a supply. Next, if it is without consideration, what should I check, guys? Para 4. Para 4. But will always para 4 be applicable? No, no. Check it. Is it from a related person or establishment outside India? Yes. Plus, is it in the course or furtherance of business? Yes. Only then it will be supply as per section 7(1)(c, read with para 4 of schedule 1. If you want, I will also write para 4. Sir, what if it is otherwise? Otherwise, in the sense, service is imported without consideration, but not from related party. From friend. Assume from friend, he gave it freely. Is it covered here, people? No. Or else, sir, it is imported from related person, but for personal purpose, sir. For personal purpose, where it will fall? Otherwise. Is it clear, guys? Just because it is without consideration, straight away don't put here. There are other conditions also to be satisfied. Check it. If it is satisfied, yes, it is a supply as per para 4. If not, it is not at all a supply. For example, I have imported a services from my friend who is not a relative without consideration. Is it covered here? No. It will come here. Not a supply. Or else, I have imported the services from my related person. without consideration, but for my personal purpose. Is it covered here? No. That means it will fall here, guys. Hope you guys got it. Please take down. We are done with schedule 1, guys. We are done with schedule 1. Just a minute. Is there anything else left? Illustrations are there, which we will see after the break. Take down this. Yes, students. We have covered section 7, subsection 1 and schedule 1. On that, we have some illustration which I have given in the provision book only under schedule 1. We'll just go through it. Then we'll also solve the questions. Come to this, which is after schedule 1. Let me read it. Illustration number 1. ABC Limited, a manufacturing company, scraps old plant and machinery without consideration. People, they are scrapping it without consideration. Okay, let me underline that. Due to renovation of manufacturing facility, the company has taken input tax credit on plant and machinery, so scrap. Does it qualify as supply, people? Yes. When it was purchased, credit is claimed. Now they are giving it free of cost. Is it a supply? Yes, as per para 1 of schedule 1. As per section 71C read with, see, this is how you will write the answer, guys. As per section 71C read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017. Or if you exactly remember the para number also, you can quote para number also. I will give a shortcut to remember the para numbers after this illustrations. Okay. So let us start with this. Whenever descriptive question is asked, please write like this. Don't simply tell, yes, it is a supply. Yes, it is a supply. Don't write it because that is a conclusion. But why are you telling that? Please communicate it. As per section 71C, read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, permanent transfer or disposal of business assets where input tax credit has been availed shall be treated as supply even made without consideration. Hence, scrapping of old plant and machinery without consideration shall qualify as supply since input tax credit has been availed by ABC Limited on such plant and machinery. Sir, what if credit was not claimed, sir? Then it would have not been a supply, guys. Then coming to illustration 2. Big Limited provides management technical services without consideration. Observe the key word, guys. 2. Small Limited, in which Big Limited has controlling rights. Can I call them as related? One controlling the other. A controlling B, B controlling C, all that we saw, no? Yes. Big is controlling small. Are they both related? Yes. This technical services have been provided for the benefit of entire group and it is without consideration. Does it qualify as the supply? Yes, people. So they are related. From this, I can tell they both are related. So let us see the answer. As per section 71C, read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, supply of goods or services between related persons is treated as supply even if it is without consideration. As per explanation, now what is related person or who is related person or distinct person, where is it given? In different place. Okay, now we are talking about related person. Let us talk about it. As per explanation to section 15 of CGST Act, person shall be deemed to be a related person if one of them directly or indirectly controls the other. So can I tell now, Kumar Swamy, Big Limited and Small Limited, are they related? Yes. Okay. And sir, in related, big list is there, no sir? I cannot write fully. If they ask you who is related as per GST, then you will write full list. But here for this question, what was related? What was relevant? What is related? It is only one controlling the other. Understood now? Because I cannot give the full list here. And this kind of questions can be asked for 2 marks, guys. So obviously restrict to this much. Since Big Limited has controlling rights of Small Limited, they will be treated as related person. And the said transaction will qualify as supply even without consideration. Even without consideration, people. Next, coming to illustration 3. American Express Private Limited makes a gift to an employee worth 75,000 during the year. Employer is gifting to employee how much, guys? 75,000 worth of any item. Do such gifts qualify as supply? Yes. Would your answer be different if gift is 45,000 have been given to employee? Yes, answer will change. Now simple. First of all, is it a supply between related persons? Yes. Is employer and employee related? Yes. Now, was gift given by employer to employee without consideration? Yes. and it is a supply as per para 2 of schedule 1 when the value of gift is 75. Sir, what if value of gift is 45, less than 50? Hence, not taxable. Correct, Ramesh? When value of gift will be taxable or when gift will be taxable? If the value is more than 50,000. As per section 71C, read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, supply of goods or services between related persons is treated as supply even if it is without consideration. As per explanation to section 15 of CGST Act, person shall be deemed to be a related person if such persons are employer and employee. Employer and employee will always be related, guys. Okay. Thus, gifts to employee worth 75,000 will qualify as supply, and such supply would be leviable to GST in full. Means on entire 75, who should pay tax? Who is the supplier here? Employer, because he is giving the gift. So employer is the supplier. Can he charge and collect GST from employee? Yes. Or else he can only pay even GST out of his own pocket. When supplier is liable to pay GST, guys, he has a right to charge and collect it from the recipient. But what if he doesn't collect it? Then he has to pay out of his own pocket. If gifts of 45,000 are given instead of 75,000, the same will not qualify as supply since it has been specifically provided that gifts not exceeding 50,000 in value in a financial year by employer to employee shall not be treated as supply of goods or services or both. Means gifts up to 50 is not taxable. Up to 50 means for whom, sir? Per employee. Not all employees put together. Per employee, if the gift value is up to 50,000, not taxable. If it is 51,000, fully taxable. Entire 51 will be taxable, guys. And later I will explain this connecting even to income tax, because even in income tax there is something called as gift taxation. Illustration 4. Honda Motors Limited engages DD Motors as an agent. Okay, DD Motors is an agent and Honda Motors is? Who is Honda Motors? Principal. Who is DD Motors? Not DD Hills, DD Motors. As an agent to sell motorcycle on its behalf. For this purpose, Honda Motors Limited has supplied 500 cars to showroom. Okay, that means Honda Motors have sent 500 cars to whom? DD Motors, located in Punjab. Does it qualify as supply? It depends. When DD is selling it, are they issuing the invoice in the name of Honda Motors or DD? If they are issuing the invoice in the name of Honda Motors, there is no separate supply. Only one supply will be there, that is between principal to customer. Sir, what if DD Motors is issuing invoice in their own name? Then there will be two supply. One is from principal to agent as per para 3. Another one is from agent to customer as per 71A. And when question is open like this, we need to answer from both the angles. Did they tell whose name invoice is issued? No. So you tell from both the angle. If invoice is issued in the name of agent, what? If not issued in the name of agent, what? No, sir. In the question clearly they told agent invoice is issued in the name of agent. Please answer only to the point. As per section 71C, read with schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, supply of goods by a principal to his agent, where the agent undertakes to supply such goods on behalf of the principal, shall be treated as supply even if it is without consideration. Only the key line. Only if the invoice is issued in the name of agent. That is the key line. In the given case, supply of motorcycles by Honda Motors Limited to DD will qualify as supply as per section 71C, read with schedule 1, only if invoice is issued in the name of agent. Sir, what if it is not issued in the name of agent? Not a supply. As per para 3, not a supply. But there will be one supply from whom to whom? Principal to customer. But in para 3, they are not talking about it. In para 3, they are only focusing on what? Between principal agent, is there a supply or not? Clear? But in my examples, I took both because you should understand the connection. Actually, there can be a 3 also, including agency services. But anyway, agency services, they are not talking about. So that is why I have told it, but in my charts, I have not considered it. Yes, sir. So all these are the illustration on whatever topic we have covered till now. Sir, is this the end? No. We will solve questions. We will solve questions. Guys, see, I have mentioned here how to present the answers. Maybe for 1 or 2 marks, if they ask like this. Sir, for 1 marks and all, they ask. Assume they will give 3-4 cases. They will give 3-4 items and tell, is it a supply or not? So you need to tell, is it a supply or not and why? Clear? Yes. We will solve the questions, but before that, guys, see, try to remember the para numbers. First remember section numbers. Let us try to recall what all we have covered till now. 7(1)(a), what? All forms of supply of what? Goods or services for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business. Clear? And they have told such as sale, barter and all that are examples. Next, 7(1)(aa), supply between association or the club and members or constituents in between them for a consideration, whether paid immediately or in the future. Is it a supply? Yes, sir. Then 7(1)(b), import of service for a consideration. That's all. Stop there. Purpose is not mentioned. Then 7(1)(c), they told activities even without consideration are supply. But did they mention which activities in 7(1)(c)? No. They told refer to schedule 1. When I referred to schedule 1, they told there are 4 activities even without consideration. They are a supply. They are supply. Guys, come on. I will give a shortcut for you to remember the para numbers. Whenever you are answering with respect to schedule 1, what do? Schedule 1 read with 7(1)(c) because both are attached. Because 7(1)(c) gave reference to what? Schedule 1, under which there are 4 paras, one by one. Para 1 talks about what? I have purchased an asset for my business, claimed ITC. Now I am giving it free of cost. Is it a supply? Yes. So para 1 talks about assets. Assets start with A. A is the first alphabet. A is the first alphabet. Para 1. Coming to 2. Supply between related person or distinct person in the course or furtherance of business without consideration. Guys, related person or distinct person means at least 2 people should be there. Correct. Only then we will call related or distinct. Correct. At least 2 registration or at least 2 parties. Agree. So para 2. Para 2. Then coming to para 3. Supply of goods between or services between principal and agent if the invoice is issued in the name of agent. Now, actually in this transaction, you remember I have given 4 totally charts, right? Cases. How many parties are involved there? 3 parties. Who, sir? Principal, agent, fixer. Another person is either supplier or recipient. So totally 3 parties are there. Para 3. Para 3. Hope you understood. Yes. Last para is import of service between related person or establishment outside India for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business, guys. And here it has to be studied along with 7(1)(b), not D, B. But if I just reverse B, it will also look like D, and D is 4th alphabet. Para 4. Too much logic don't search for. This is what the shortcut I have built. Clear. 4th one anyway, you can study it along with 7(1)(b), but both talks about import of service. Guys, whenever there is an import of service, please be careful. What is the first thing you will check? Consideration. Is consideration there or not there? Accordingly, you apply that chart. Accordingly, apply that chart. Fine. Now let us move to the questions, guys. Open the question bank. Yes, guys, we'll start with the first question. First question is completely on section 7, where I have given number of transactions, guys. We need to answer whether it is supply or not. And if it is a supply, as per which section. Yeah, but here we will not go with explanation and all, because I have given too many transactions. We cannot keep on explaining for each and every transaction. But if this kind of transaction is asked in exam, how do we present the answer, sir? Can I just write like this? Definitely not. I have just given 2 columns here. You cannot present like this in the exam. This is for practice. Clear? Because you should get to know how do we identify whether a transaction is a supply and as per which section. For that, I have taken this question where I have given number of transactions. We will also practice another question where I will show you exactly how to present the answers in the exams. For descriptive questions, see, this is how you will present. Because guys, if I start answering every question like this, it will take too much time. So that is why, for practice sake, I have taken question number 1, where we will just answer. I have already left the empty space there. You need to just fill it. But not now. Put your pens down. First listen. I will finish explaining. Then you can start taking down. There is no urgent. There is no hurry. Because you need to understand, guys, you will tell it is a supply. But if I ask you which, as per which section, then you might become blank. So you should know, sir, it is a supply. Exactly as per which section. That is also very important because there is small difference between one section to another section, or maybe from one para to another para. Okay. Sure, we'll start with. From the following activities or transaction, identify whether it is a supply under GST. If yes, specify the section under which it is regarded as supply. One by one. A shopkeeper sells a pen for 100 rupees to a buyer. Is it in the course of or furtherance of business? Yes. So is it a supply? Yes. As per 7(1)(a). Okay. Next, Ganesh sells his pen to Shubhas. Assume they are students for rupees 50. Consideration is there. Goods is supplied, but it is not in the course or furtherance of business, guys. It is not in the course or furtherance of business. So it is not a supply. Sir, previously, how did you tell? Guys, for a shopkeeper, selling pen is what? Business. Whereas here, we are considering Ganesh and Subhash as the friends or maybe students. So they are selling pen to another person, but not as a business. Sir, what if by chance for Ganesh selling pen is a business? Then even here, same story. Yes, 7(1)(a). Yes, 7(1)(a). Okay. Next, when a new car worth 5 lakh is sold in exchange of an old car along with the monetary consideration of 4 lakh paid for said purchase, means old car is exchanged and in exchange of old car 4 lakh extra is paid. So for the seller, obviously it will be in the course of business. Yes. See, assume I exchange my car. Now I sold my old car and buy a new car. I paid something extra. For me, is it in the course or furtherance of business? No. Whereas for the car manufacturing company, is it in the course or furtherance of business? Yes. For them, what is the value of supply? New car worth 5 lakh. This will be the value of supply. So are they selling it in the course of business? Yes. So it will be supply as per 7(1)(a), guys. That is for the one who sold new car. Whereas for me, who exchanged the old car, I sold my old car, no. Along with that, I paid something extra. Is it a supply for me? No, because selling car is not my business. Same way, let me give one more example. Oh, mobile phone I actually gave. Assume I am purchasing a new mobile phone for 50,000, but I am exchanging my old phone. They are giving the exchange value 10,000. Now, should I pay GST? No, because I sold my old phone for 10,000. But is it in the course of business for me? No. Now, for that mobile company or from whomever I purchased, they sold the new mobile for 50,000. Should they pay GST? Yes, because it is in the course of business. Sir, GST is on 40,000 or 10,000 or 50,000. Because what is the worth of new mobile they sold? 50. They received money 40, 10,000 worth of mobile. So totally for them, what is the value of supply? 50,000. Okay, chill, we'll continue. A doctor got his hair cut from a barber and provide him medical consultancy in return. Okay, sir, is it possible? Yes, barter system. Is it a supply for both of them? Yes, because for both of them, it is in the course of business. And value, as I told you, we need to fix the value as per the valuation rules, which is not a part of your syllabus, guys. So as per 7(1)(a), it is a supply, people. Next, Gokul buys a car for his personal use. After a year, he sells it to a car dealer for 4 lakh. Is it a supply? No. For Gokul, is it a supply? No. Why so? Because selling car is not a business of Gokul. Now, car dealer purchased it. No. He sold it to someone. That is to customer. Is GST applicable on that? Yes, that will be a supply. Because that is in the ordinary course of business, guys. Next. Anyway, that transaction is not covered here, but I'm just telling. Next, Tata Motors sold Tata Cow car to Mr. Vilas for 18 lakh. For Tata Motors, is it in the course of business? Yes. Is it a supply? Yes, as per 7(1)(a), because consideration is there. Next, Neha sold her old gold bangles, old and new, she sold it, and earrings to Bhushan Jewelers for 2 lakh. Now, who is the supplier? Neha. For her, is it in the course of business? No, because selling bangles or selling, what is that, earrings. Is it a business for her? No, sir. Next, so it is not a supply. Next, you observe, KLM Jewelers sold gold to Bhargavi for 1 lakh. So who is the supply area? KLM Jewelers. Is it in the course or furtherance of business? Yes, it is a supply. It is a supply. And guys, whenever we are checking in the course or furtherance of business, for whom should we check it? Supplier. Because who is liable to pay GST, guys? Supplier. Only in very few cases, recipient is liable to pay under RCM. But whenever we are checking in this chapter, you just focus on whom? Supplier. And if by chance, if it is from importer point of view, who is actually importer? Recipient. There, if there is a condition in the course or furtherance of business, so we need to think from whose point of view in import? Recipient point of view. Is it in the course or furtherance of business? In all other cases, just check whether it is in the course or furtherance of business for whom? Supplier. Okay, so it is a supply as per section 7(1)(a), people. Samples which are supplied free of cost to customers. ITC availed. Means I had purchased the goods. On that I have claimed ITC. Now I am giving it free of cost to customers. Maybe as a samples. So in that case, is it a supply sum? Yes. Why? Because already credit is claimed. As per which provision? Para 1 of Schedule 1. Read with section 7(1)(c), guys. Oh. Next, Swati gives her old laptops being used in her business to her customer free of cost. Input tax credit has been availed by Swati on such laptops. Okay. Is para 1 getting attracted here? Yes. It is a supply as per para 1. Why? When Swati had purchased this asset for business, she has claimed credit. Now she is giving free of cost. For whom she is giving doesn't matter. Is she giving it free? Yes. And please be careful. Selling laptops might not be her business. But still, when she had purchased it to use it for business, but sold it after claiming the credit, it is a supply. Business term we understood, no? Sale of goods as well as capital assets. Both are covered. If you have purchased the capital asset for business, but later sold it or given free of cost, is it still considered to be in the course of business? Yes. Because, see, when you are thorough, especially in like PGBP and all we saw, only if I am selling it in the course of business, it will come under PGBP. If not, capital gains. But here they are telling whether you sell goods or whether you sell the assets which you have purchased for business, both we will treat it as business. So please don't get confused. Next, a dealer of air conditioners permanently transfers the motor vehicle free of cost. Oh, ITC on said motor vehicle is blocked. Means when he purchased motor vehicle, he couldn't claim credit. Now he is giving this motor vehicle free of cost. Is it a supply, guys? No. Why so? Condition is not satisfied. Which condition? ITC. Input tax credit. Next, a company transfer goods from its factory to the depot within the same state for sale purpose, not separately registered. When they are not separately registered, do we treat them as distinct person? No. So that means, is it a supply, guys? No, it is not a supply. Next, Raghubir Fabrics transfer 1,000 shirts from his factory located in Lucknow to his retail showroom in Delhi. Lucknow part of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, separate state. Actually, it is a union territory, but has its own state legislature. So for GST, what do we treat Delhi as? State. So that the same can be sold from there. Guys, I have given in the bracket separately registered. But even if it is not given, what should you understand? Lucknow and Delhi, when they are operating in two states, how many registrations they should have taken? Minimum two. Minimum two. Is it a distinct person? Yes. Is it a supply between them? Yes. As per para 2 of schedule 1, read with section 7(1)(c). Next, a Deepak, a proprietor registered in Delhi, has sought an architect service from his son located in US. Guys, import of service. Import of service. With respect to his newly constructed house in Delhi without a consideration. Guys, whenever it is without a consideration, what do you check? Para 4. Para 4. Now, he has taken it from whom? Son. So, son is a related, yes, provided he is dependent on father. Provided he is dependent on father. But here it is for a personal purpose. Is para 4 attracted? No. Para 4 is not attracted, guys. We learned it right through chart. Just a minute. I will show it. Sir, one of the condition is violated. It is not for the course or furtherance of business. It is for personal purpose. And maybe son, if he is independent, even is not a related also. Because family includes son only if he is dependent on the parent. That is the father in this case. Okay, guys. Chalo, it is not a supply. It is not a supply. For what reason, people? Because it is for newly constructed house, personal purpose. personal purpose. Okay, sir. Next, in the above case, if consideration for service is charged 10 lakh, son is charging 10 lakh for father. Son is charging 10 lakh for father. Sir, good or bad, don't decide about it. Is it a supply? Yes. Why so? Because when there is a consideration, we don't see the relationship, we don't see the purpose. It is a supply, guys. It is a supply. Yes, sir. So as per section 7(1)(b), it is a supply because there is a consideration, people. There is a consideration. Here I will underline this because it is not a supply because of personal reason. I will just write PP. PP means personal purpose. Next, Girish has received legal services from his friend from USA. Okay, friend is not a relative. From USA for his personal purpose for 10,000. Guys, when there is a consideration, $10,000 as consideration, is it a supply? Yes, as per 7(1)(b). 7(1)(b). Sir, consideration is in foreign currency, sir. Doesn't matter. When the person is paying GST, he will convert it into Indian rupees, calculate the value of supply in Indian rupees and pay GST. We are still not at that stage. We will learn how to calculate value of supply later. As of now, is it a supply? Yes. Next, Girish has received legal services from his friend from USA for his personal purpose without any consideration. Guys, it is for personal purpose and without consideration. As soon as I see without consideration, which one should I check, people? Para 4. But as it is for personal purpose and even it is not from relative also, is para 4 getting attracted here? No. It is not a supply as per para 4. Friend is not a relative. He can become a relative if one person is controlling the other. Is controlling the other. Sir, friend, sir, brother from another mother, sir. Brother from another mother, relative, huh? No, for you it might be, sir, brother from another relative. But here, as per the definition of related party given in given in GST, not covered. Next, and don't assume that, sir, what if the person is controlling the other? If they are controlling each other, they will give it in the question clearly. Next one, Girish has received legal services from his son related, provided son is dependent on Girish from USA for his business purpose for 10,000. This is there means straight away supply. It is as per 7(1)(b). If there is consideration and import of service, don't see other things, guys. Supply. Next, Girish has received legal services from his son from USA for his business purpose without any consideration. Guys, is it a supply? Yes. I will assume son is dependent on father, that is on Girish, and we will consider it as supply. Sir, what if by chance son is independent? He is practicing lawyer, sir, in outside India. In that case, will he be a part of family? No. He will not be a part of family. Correct. One second. Son, no. Just a minute. Spouse and child will always be actually family members. Spouse and child will always be a part of family members. Whereas parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters and all, they will become relative or family members only if they are dependent. But here son, no, is whether is dependent or independent, covered. Correct. Yes, I will just show you the definition which we have seen for family. Yeah, I have given you. Family means you can see as per section 2 clause 49, spouse and children always. Whereas others, parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, only if they are wholly or mainly dependent on the said person. So in this case, if it is a child, obviously children means son only, na? Okay. Daughter also is included, but in our question it was son. Sir, are they always a part of family? Yes. If they are a part of family, are they a related person? Yes. As per explanation to section 15, guys. Fine. So it will always be a supply as per para 4 of schedule 1. How, sir? Simple, guys. Legal services is imported from a related person for a business purpose. For a business purpose. Next, Girish has received legal services from his son from USA for his personal purpose without consideration. What is important here? Personal. So is it a part of para 4? No, sir. No. Sir, what about 7(1)(b)? Consideration is not there. So both part will not come. Last one. Supply of services from association to its members for 15,000. So when association is giving services to members, Do we treat them as distinct person? Yes. And they are charging consideration for it. Is it a supply people? Yes. As per 7.1. Yay, yay. Clear? Two different people are there, no? Who are those? Association, no? Members. Are they both separate? Yes. So two separate people, two separate yay. Yay, yay. Yes. Chalo, we are done with first question. We are done with first question, guys. I have left the space in the question bank itself. You can fill it there only. Now we will do question number 2. Under that, there are 3 cases. We will try to solve all 3. Examine whether the following activities would amount to supply under section 7 read with schedule 1 of CGST. Guys, when they give like this, you should understand one thing. Question is straight away on schedule 1. Question straight away is on schedule 1. So you should tell, is it a supply as per which para? As per which para? Okay, one by one. First, pay attention. You can take down later. First, Suleka manufacturers have a factory in Delhi and a depot in Mumbai. As soon as you read this, something has to strike to your mind. What is it? Distinct person. Why so? To different state, to different registration. Both these establishments are registered in respective states. Guys, normally they give this line, even if they don't give, as a student of GST, you should know when two different states are involved, registration would have been taken separately. Okay. Finished goods are sent from factory in Delhi to Mumbai depot without consideration so that the same can be sold. Guys, is it a supply? Yes. For whom? Delhi. When they send the goods to Mumbai. So it is a supply. Why so? Because it is a supply between distinct person in the course or furtherance of business. Let us see the answer. Observe the presentation. This is how you have to present in the exam. If you remember the para number, you can mention it. If not, we saw illustration, right? There I had actually given the answer without the para number. If actually, please try to remember it. If by chance, if you couldn't recall it, then you can ignore para, at least mention schedule and section. Okay, assuming you will remember para number, I am telling the answer. As per para 2 of schedule 1 of CGST Act, read with section 7.1c. Are you observing how I am framing the sentence? Yes. Sir, why are you writing that read with and all? Because connection is there for both. 7.1c gave a connection to schedule 1. In schedule 1, they told this is a supply. So should I mention both? Yes. Supply of goods or services are both between related persons or between distinct persons as specified in section 25 is supply even without consideration provided it is made in the course or furtherance of business. So I am telling what is applicable provision. Applicable provision. Then actually as we are using the word distinct person and that is what is relevant for me in the answer. Let me explain what is that also. Correct. Related is not required. See, in the case, guys, related also uses. But is it relevant for my answer? No. So I am not explaining who is related. I am explaining straight away who is distinct. As per section 25 subsection 4, or if you don't remember subsection, at least main section you write. Of CGST Act on 17, a person who has obtained more than one registration, whether in one state or union territory, or more than one state or union territory, in respect of each such registration, what do we call them as, guys? Distinct person. So here, Delhi registration and Maharashtra registration, do we call them as distinct person? Yes, Mumbai is a part of Maharashtra, guys. Okay, till now whatever I explained was provision. Now let us see the case and conclusion. In the view of the same, or you can write in the given case. Factory and depot of Suleka manufacturers are establishment of two distinct persons. Or else simply you can tell, as they would have separately registered in both the states, they are distinct persons. Therefore, supply of goods from Delhi factory of Suleka manufacturers to Mumbai depot without consideration, but in the course or furtherance of business is a supply. Under section 7.1c read with schedule 1 of CGST Act. Ultimate conclusion. Ultimate conclusion. Guys, are you observing the way how I have presented? Please follow this the same. Maybe today you will not get complete old, but what I suggest is now you will write down. And when you're writing down, please tell it and take down. Don't copy down simply. Sir, I am talking to next friend. I am taking down. Nothing will go here. Guys, please observe and take down so that something will go here. And after going back home, maybe try to practice it once again. Okay, just look into the question and try to write the answer. Maybe your answer might not exactly match with what I have given, but if it is near to that also, okay, guys. Because by the time you go to the exam hall, you will improve, is what I believe. If not, what happens? No, students, what they do, they don't present like this. They will tell, yes, it is a supply, but they don't take care of the presentation. In the exam, they will write and come. They will believe, I will get 60, I will get 70, 80 and all. But they will end up getting 30, 40 or some marks. And they will tell, I have written, but they have not given marks. Actually, you have written, but not the way how they want. Correct? Now, that is very, very important, guys. Systematic presentation is very, very important. So that is why you don't understand why I am making you to write so much in the class now. You will understand it little later. Clear? Because if you don't have writing practice, if you don't know how to start, how to end, guys, then you are the one who will suffer later. Yeah, and all of the sudden, just before the exam, sir, 1 week I will practice, sir. 15 days I will practice, sir. No, everything you will automatically you will not get it. It has to happen over a period of time, guys. That is during your preparation stage. So that is why in the class I will make you to write these answers so that you guys get a practice. Okay, this is how we will start. This is how we will end. Even in income tax and all, we did like the same way, right? If you observe, same way I would have presented residential status questions and all. Clear? Same way. Applicable provision. Next, facts and analysis. Last one is conclusion. Maybe here I am not given the heading, but if you want, you can give the heading also. For example, for this too, it will be applicable provision. Whereas this will be like facts and analysis. And the last line will be conclusion. You can segregate like that and write. If not, even if you just present like this without the heading, it's fine, guys. Sure. So please take care of it, guys. People, because I have seen literally students telling, I have written everything, but they are not giving the answer. You have written, but it's not worth 5 marks. It's not worth 4 marks. They would have given maybe 1 mark, 1.5 marks, 2 marks. Clear? Guys, we have to match the standard of our board or institute. If not, they will not give the marks what I want. They will give the marks what they want. You cannot accept that after the results. Please don't be in that situation. Okay, let me go to the second one. Raman is an architect in Chennai. His brother, who is settled in London, is a well-known lawyer. Raman has taken a legal advice from him, that is brother, free of cost with regard to his family dispute. Guys, come on, first of all. It is without consideration. Which one should I check? Para 4. Import of service, right? Para 4. Is it between related persons? No, sir. Why? Sir, brothers. Own brothers. When they just give brother, please assume own brothers. Okay, now I will call my friends also, bro. Anta. Are they covered here? No. Brothers, blood relative. Now, is brother always a relative? No. Only if they are dependent on the person, they are called relative. Correct? We saw the definition of family. But here, is a well-known practicing lawyer. Huh? Yeah, he's well-known practicing lawyer. So, will he be dependent on the person? No. He will be independent. So, should I consider them as related or not? Not a relative. And moreover, it is for personal purpose, family dispute. What disputes are? Why should we want? Family dispute, personal purpose, not a supply. Para 4 is not attracted here for 2 reasons. What are those 2 reasons? Personal law. Another one is it is not between related persons. Let us see the answer. Sir, here should I explain 7.1b? Not required, because when it is without consideration, 7.1b is completely ruled out. As per para 4 of Schedule 1 of CGST Act, read with section 7.1c, stipulates that import of services by a person from a related person located outside India without consideration is treated as supply if it is provided in the course or furtherance of business. So what is the key terms here? Related person, one thing. Another one, it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Both are missing. Now, let us tell what is related. Explanation to section 15, inter alia, means out of many points, I am mentioning one point. That is why I am using the word inter alia. Provides that, hope you remember, when do we use inter alia? Sir, out of many points, I am just quoting one. So I will use the word inter alia. Provides that persons shall be deemed to be related persons if they are members of same family. Now, what is family? They have defined in section 249. Family means spouse and children always, and parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters of the person if they are only or mainly dependent on that said person. So in the given case, is that brother dependent on the person, guys? No. Did they give the name of that person? Raman. Okay. Is a brother of Raman dependent on Raman? No. In the given case, Raman has received a legal services from his brother free of cost. Free of cost. However, in view of section 249(2), that is the second point, Raman and his brother cannot be considered as related. As Raman brother is a well-known lawyer and is not only or mainly dependent on Raman. Further, one more reason is there. Raman has taken legal advice from him for personal matter and not in the course or furtherance of business. Therefore, services provided by Raman's brother to him would not be treated as supply under section 71C read with schedule 1. See, this much is enough. But if you still want, you can also tell one more line telling it is also not a supply as per section 71B as consideration is not there. Not mandatory, but if you want, you can give it. Oh, fine. One more sub question is there. Connected to B only, connected to B itself. Would your answer be different if in the above case, Raman has taken advice in respect of his business unit in Chennai? So it is in the course or furtherance of business. Will it be a supply people now? No. Why, sir? Not a related. Not a related person. One thing is missing now. In the above case, if Raman has taken advice with regard to, again you need not explain the provision. You already told no provision. Again, no need to repeat it again. In the above case, if Raman has taken the advice with regards to his business unit, services provided by Raman's brother to him would still not be treated as supply under section 71C of CGST Act, read with schedule 1, as although the same are provided in the course or furtherance of business, such services have not been received from related person, guys. So it is not a supply. So here also it is not a supply. Last case also not a supply. Oh, yes. Now you can take down.